Check him on my way. Check him on my way. C'est mon frère, mon yotin. C'est mon frère, mon yotin. Au fin de compte, fit à voyer bon modèle. Ami continue ni à un konou. Shout out to you. Na amoko to yotin. Eje. Impa ni ogangwe to yotin. Impadio kakwe beno feno ya ojogba Auntie Maggie osuyo papa o fa ne ben sound ya ojogba bo nu lala ya ojogba be onu gbe wu ojogba nya animalia dani wacha no Eshe Wape mania kafe, wape mata kitaya, ukakuta menyo. Wape mania kafe, wape mata. Thank you. Ye waladon. O fine bo nko ba fit awa ye bole. Kemo mi yellow ye chat session onu. Kemo mi yellow. Asode mama. Jani femo kiamoko no kiamoko. Mene waba trashi. Ni tete TV. Waba kebu anu kwale. Bena meba ja singakoma ja deyawo ja omanye yaba. So that's right. How about? Oh, fine, Johnny Femo no kiamoko no waba trashi. Shout outs to you, Nita Tianan, Nyamito Yote, boy Ojoba. Ami continue ni angwe koe. That's right. Don't find a cover fit away animale. Kemo mi yellow ya chat session onu. Johnny Femo hami continue ni angwe ko. Mene ho. Kemo moko no kemo ko. Ni ma ho na ma ho. Okleje eko wano esa ekewo eba eko ni wake gatete anukwale ni ya no ye worshipon no. Once again me flabo kemba ni the TV. Anukwale eso di no ni wa you e bi olomo. Abba. Shout outs to you, Man Beatrice. Man Beatrice, so far, Neto Yote, Boy Ojogba. Shout outs to you, Love Enterprise Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Abba, Abba, Abba. Thank you, producer. Thank you, producer. Thank you, producer. Producer one. Thank you. Abba. Find a Johnny Famo, hey, Johnny Famo. Shout outs to you, Mahoti Toyota. Shout outs to you, Nishipi, Ofane Boy Ojogba. Napa. Ofane Johnny Famo, Kiamoko no Kiamoko. Gontia yangwe, Mahoti in Kenya no go Gontia yangwe. Jaja.
I love the song from the Decleared. Are you love the song? One more time.
Find a Johnny Famo, many ho, mo famo ne wa chemole. Mo famo ne wa chemole.
No something about the song.
Nema like a beshe, waba no qualia, you mon camo fame on a war, chemole.
She had no love here. Millions on board of the open the cock searching. Don't get me cheating. Take check people. Take me no give. It's a boyfriend I know. Open the cock searching. We not be a beer. Don't get me to me.
Oba fit away here. Come on me a lawyer chat session or no. Come on me a lawyer chat session there.
I really love the God songs. And I love this one from the Dr. Loy Band. Yep.
Abba.
Ayo, sit down. Ayo, sit down.
Johnny Femo, fine. Hami Conti. Like him, show me no Johnny Femo.
I was something to tell you soon. They get some Latin. I don't know if Ayo, sit down. Ayo, sit down. Ayo, sit down. Ayo, sit down. I was on the lesson, they get some Latin.
Shout outs to you, Mamli Toyota, boy Ojoba. Haba. We'll find a Johnny Femo, Kiamoko. Continue for Kokla, May 6 pair like you show eh. No why be one question when you May 6 pair like it. Mene your fair door na kan. Mene better me view. Mene better me view na. Better me view. Shout outs to you, Uncle Charles, Ohio. Shout outs to you, Uncle Charles, Miniano. Shout outs to you, Madoma Bachashi. Nye like Yashue, and maybe I them FA80. YP one question when you may 80 pair like me, pony view on it. Me san pony. Oh, me san pony. How Angie. That's right. I let you eba trashi. Minda nye fe che mega nye. Minda nye fe shi. Ake nye bo amode nye like ya show. So far me like pe, me 9 pe like. Ni wa ifa, wa ipi one question ni me 9 pe. Ni trage me ko me ba fita wa ni go FA 10 bia ne. Nye like ya. Nye ne ya we. Ni ya we. Ni ya we. Gonti ya we. Agbe ne we bo amode ni o jani fe mo ni oke hamoko ni. Now, last week, just 2 weeks ago, shout out to you, Uncle Ike. Uncle Ike, Oyibaladon. In my face show, ni in Kebo ake court to declare ko ake Prince Asharku Bruce Quaye le Ngleshie Alata manche. Ake sanete court ni ake gbeno ne chon ne ke ne gazette. Na kan gbe gbe papa ni gbe phone no de ke na kan gazette. Again, I can saniate against the National House of Chiefs, the Regional House of Chiefs. I'm a registrar's near can be any your deme. I can saniate court no near Ikufu bo alo mo fem boni wo fe wo chole ni pampankun ke Ngleshie Alata onu pa e ko me na me ke saniate court. I mean no ni Prince Asharku Bruce Quaye. E ba file ake ba sumo na join ni. Angmelegbe na ba join ni ni cheme ni kesani ete akegbe no na echun ni ekena egazete be phone no ni ame apply ake kena kan ni ne ba fita be jeje kan injunction angme no koni ekaya no ni etuning alo efe ake Ngleshie Alata manche ke atabia mi ni abaye sani atan ke aye sani atan ni aye ahale keke chano now nakan injunction naka injunction ni we be apply ye but we naka injunction ni we be apply ye naka no ni jeje ke da bi nka injunction me Prince Asharku Bruce Quaye no shimo maya no ni maye sane ni nyeke ba aka echon phone no you understand what I'm saying maya no ni maye naka sane ken ye ni naka sane no fe no ni baba she injunction any me Prince no ni ekaya no ni e carry yourself ake manche naka injunction ihanye. There was no way in the judgment and Mokon texting me Rosemary, I hope you are watching. Ekole oleni kanemu ekole ogbe banieno. Is it Rosemary? Dabi jele oh ekoncloni jebo Mokon texting me ekole onu blofo no akọ nu blofo no e woni ni tete TV e wo yo bie koni no na ma blofo anie ke anye ti ame pi ni nu blofo ni ka nye no koni nye wuo ka ya nye wuo lo se ye ni nye ka ya no wa gbla mi ke ba gan mi koni nye na no ni court e ke wo waka wana abu ayue no ko ni wole botwe nke wo waka wana abu ayue no ko ni wole no ni wolu e yo ko wo kan yo wo ba kan ke wo gbla mi ke ba gan mi inu blofo chon she 2x4 ni nu at least kan ko ye wolo no kan ye nu shishi e ko le bu e 2x4 bu onu 2x4 po e ko kula bona no e woni wo chuo na kan ni so you want to talk about contempt when reply and get bring it on. You understand what I'm saying? You tell me when you chop word say keke ni nu shishi. You know, contempt. You guys, you just do not know what it means. You learn only mokofio. Now, banya side level with contempt. Can you know you eh? Third grade blophobia ni yoshian. You gonna be bawa me be. Nuchumoni wachumo wale chumo. You want chulo do ba. Now, no say me ni friend I can show it. Prince Asharku Bruce Quaye. Ya haime na boy articles ma. Aka fonda o. Aka eneke o. Ni tetiele. Eta YouTube bi ni efe ne ken ne dagma na articles ekomenye Facebook ekomenye TikTok ruli any nation mimi malejo Prince Asharku Bruce Quaye ke we bi esapate ani malejo mene gazete ketete makane ruli amanye ni nyele nche na kenye ngbe ni nye botui na kwa money male na kwa money eloshia wo mind bemi ona nkenya ke some of us say what from where young mishake ene wo ba tru bona so we will not shy away from the truth. We will not. You understand what I'm saying? We will not shy away from the truth. We'll continue to give the truth to the people. Now, if you want to come on the attack, make sure you got your facts right. You got everything. Your arsenals are ready. Your arsenals are pointed at the target properly. Bona, if you come at the king, you best not miss. If you come at the king, you best not miss. If you come at the king, you best not miss. You understand what I'm saying? And today, once again, you guys tried to shoot at the king, and I'm going to prove to the whole world that you lost. You understand what I'm saying? What you sought to interpret the ruling of the court to be is not exactly what it is. And I'm going to expose your buffoonery. I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose your lies. I'm going to make sure I can move your Ngleshie Alata ebanu anukwale. I can rule you in your dumono in your cafe articles, in your man in your face show, anoki ni pampanku anoki le out to can be a fe amale so jeje kake Prince Asharku Quaye Mantse. Can hear me. They were seeking an injunction against him, and the judge ruled against that particular injunction that they were seeking. Now, the substantive case said, "Ake Prince Asharku Quaye, a chok before no ni ekene gazette no atakoyi bakokula abaye no." So nyekpa malemo. Some of us will not allow you. We will not. Nimene waba bote na kainomi min daboshi wa ake obafita wa yemene nyumo adjobo wa dienche. Once again, our final week of our contribution, our final week no mi wayo ne min damo fe money eke a contribution eba nyumo adjo nye fe nye Uncle Charles Commodore ye Ohio niami. Shout outs to you, Uncle Charles Commodore. Nye eke a contribution eke donation eba Uncle Charles from Ohio. I truly appreciate you. Nyena egbe ye chat session obanada na ke ba e call hello nye eke eno ba no say lebi na nti ohie mi den che mami man Jane ye UK ni ami mi nche man Jane le hu eke a contribution eba so final week ne engo na wa ake wanyi do ni one push le gidi koni wanye wa shege. I appreciate every single one of you. Numo adjoin ye fe ekome. Min join ye min ya no min soleyanye da ake ni wake neke no go neba fonye ye nye chimo nye bomode. So once again, Uncle Charles from Ohio, numo adjobo. I appreciate you so much. Man Jane, oyiwala don wa ima man Jane ke nke nya ke ekwa woda. She boli sanjin agbene esuetwi no kafe esumo ni etwa she efo wakwamoda she ekafe nya ke ehwo so manje no ma job. We appreciate you once again. Min kpabo fai o fai ne keji okay o contribution e bakwe ye shiba mi bomoden koni okay ono aba onu bomoden no okay ono aba fe kono yo ke okay ha wo e ba pia wo ke ya yen shon ke wo bomne wo final week ne so fine. If you've waited, ome anwe o fine ochine wakewo fundraiser mbana agbe minute 22nd 8 more days again November egbena so min kpabo fire yishiba mi min kpabo fire o fine bomodin koni okay o donation afie mini aba ni wanye ni waya yen once again mo fe money ke no eba min join ye fe nyumba join ye fe kome o fine keji onako ni okono baba ni oye ni emi oba bless wo ye ishiba mi nyumba ba fe bo dromo femini o bless wo ye ishiba mi man ni am ko eke eno eba. So Uncle Charles, thank you so much. Nyumba nenado wo final week mi wo yo min kpabo fai bomodin kono aba ke otani nke flyer ascend bo no na number so ojugba obanyo text me ye channel no man nke ba send bo excuse me keke ona number ojugba dienche minda mo finishing we are getting closer at least picture say boni nke chombo shishi. Yes. Thank you, producer. Thank you, producers. I think again I can show what fairly clear. Yes. Excuse me, producer send me no go. Check in of you and losing train of thought. Yes, so me pabu fine. O fine call no back way. Bomode ni okay. Oh no aba final week ne. Ntubo beni call boy in the couple of weeks. I was the project 10 initial picture sending ke trouble e game. Bode ana boni nakan chue mi yo the library yo ka wagbe na anwe bode ncho ba na ke your money has been put to a very good use. No no ke bo ake wo ba free what free nakan pepe. Once again mean that mo fe mo she ke afine ni onai kono kuma hawo kayochi no hard feelings. I understand. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, in beyond your mom. She kayochi fair show money bona agbo aye bona sometimes I will get go ba fe mo ka won mo kayochi no hard feelings. Masole mabo bona fe next year no ni chibogbe ni afine onyo ha next year wa ya la wa fe machine last year this year one for su next year wa ya la so masole mabo koni ke wo she next year ni wo she wanye me la ma no ona school ni wo ba ko ni wo ba fe no ma job ona keke bo na shika keke bo opia wo se o fine Amigonti, May 13, May 14 pair like show. Wait, 31 question when May 14 pair like it. They track about 50% Uncle me continue. A wow adienche. Like him show me. Don't aboni near yo. Johnny Femo. Actually, wait, 38. One question will be an Johnny Femo. Now, back to what I was saying. Nimin Kebwe. Now, come back here. Prince to Mobani Kebwe. Prince never a couple of weeks ago in face show in Kande Abu. Lele Prince Asharku Bruce. I enter back. Yes, I enter back the national register as the chief of Ngleshie Alata. You know, no way. I filed a lawsuit against Nakaino. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Prince Lady and Changwe Nakai search no affair Kewake. Apply for a copy. Shout outs to you, Akuche. Apply for a copy of the extract. Ni akegbe wo ni ben Kenya ni adamala che no ma kan ale nke na kan no fair trouble Prince efeko na kan National House bi ni kan na kan lawsuit am make I make a copy Ghana Police Service the regional coordinating council ni amefe mini ni ame investigate. You understand what I'm saying? Na kanji boni ameke so le Prince dey nche this year no na face che ameke Prince dey nche apply for a copy of the extract. Yes, I make a bear a wo register me. You get me? You know, onukpa any Ngleshie Alata. I'm in feminine. I'm in challenge. Now, lawsuit ne can again injunction ba adomono na ke be injunction onukpa no I'm in fair gun. I may apply ake Prince benone chon ni na kan egbe ya je national register me a CD form say ke benona chon na kan no fe a chok be phone no. Ni akefe ni wona kan no jeje akwe ni ke jeje na ake atong be phone no na akefe e ke no ni jeje sumo ni ba fe ke fe nto be ni we ke de hihie na kan ke say me ni Prince ba join na ake ba sumo ni ba fitai because na kan no decision na ba take e ko na ba join ni cheme ni ke say ya jeje ake ekwa mi ojogba e ja ke gbe no ni Prince chon ni egbe ya je register mi na kan be je papa ni I injuncted Prince Koni eka carry itself as manche until now ba ye na kan sane now na kan injunction no jino ni je ke da bi injunction ni nye bi o na kan me Prince no nke no hanye. You understand what I'm saying? First of all, high court be wale me ba declare moko manche. That is just the fundamental basic law. High court matters affecting chieftaincy aye high court. Cause and matters affecting chieftaincy aye high court. So keji ate high court aye high court ni high court a declare moko manche. So kedi ake sanete high court ni moko ba kebo ake high court e declare ake manche ni e malebo. Matters and cause affecting chieftaincy aye ye high court. Noni abaye ne ba ke me ne leji manche alo me ne je leji manche no aye ye high court. Regional House of Chiefs, National House of Chiefs, Supreme Court. So high court ko be e wale ne ba declare moko manche. So keja ye sane ye high court ole wolomi bo ba o type contempt yen link shishi ole wolomi. I hope you are listening. Kono kaseni. Next time I can feel like a mistake. I don't shachon. So kedi akesane kote high court. Ni moko ba kebo ake high court e declare moko manche. Naka mo e malebu. No one you na head in don't be fooled. No court has declared Prince Asharku Busque Ngleshie manche. No court. Because naka high court e be wale ne declare. Moniji Ngleshie manche. Aloje monije manche ni. Yemlani na ka high court be wale. No judgments ka rulings ye feni kan your hand boy. Obana ka esheko ni jeje yani e ba fetu e ba ye manche sane e ko akeda abi e be jurisdiction ye be na e ba ye na ka manche sane. Rulings ka judgments kan your hand boy for na ka judge self am feel clear. Okay, yes. Noni ame yo e ba nye bole manche yeli Shimon they are making it clear ke I make declare moniji manche keje moniji manche. They make it very clear. Every single ruling and judgment in Kanyabwe. Come pay attention. But the judge say feel like clear. I can be a no me yo yes. Come and chair komo. Allo manche Shimon. I'm a baby and I'm a bad declare moniji manche. Allo je moniji manche. So I know ya court. Nika aje court to no Bob aje high court. Let me be specific. No Bob akageshi high court ashimashi jimanche. Oh male. Ni nuwe wabaje le koni mehana. Now, chame kajeme. Ni imbafe na kan video Prince Asharku Busque ne haime. E haime. Forgetting ake ruling ko bajekpo. Ne haime kote TikTok or te Facebook. Ni you see, you guys sometimes in don't if you're any TikTok, and then with Facebook. Tabi an impact send him impact. Oh no my oi. Oh sure get no you are or you are no quali. Ni any angma article la Kenya ba kaya ni Kenya get morning my article la princess. Iba high mi kwe mi po le the way ni mang malani. Mona ma wo mi wale fi o esha. You understand? I told you I got money. Prince high ne tuna ka no tuna le mo esha. Esha ele clearly more the journalist odogba ni esha. You understand what I'm saying? Ni bi e kome ye ni ke he oba yue ke bi oba yue bi ano na kenye ba hwe nyen yin because makane exactly no ni ruling e ke ni no one ba fe na kan video ni nye boy mi smear mo. You understand what I'm saying? Ma je nye du na akpo. Ona call ya go don to your or behind there the flache o to tekela. You understand? Nyele benin chu onu chumo e bie. Naka mi enke na abu ewe. No ni wolu e call no nko. You understand? So ken wolu ewe no ko ni mbatabie ni je na kai ni ewe. You can take me on. Now, Obana Angmene, chiefs accuse Ni Tete as he continues to fuel division in Jamestown. Article ne ko kane la na Angmene bia onukpa kome Ngleshie. Onukpa kome Ngleshie ken kenye. Ninye chon onukpa ye ni Ngleshie na ameke mi. Ake message send him producer say komi. Ake producer ake. Kemo Ni Tete ake kama ake. Maja onu alo onukpa ni Ngleshie na ameko age Ni Tete le fuel division Ngleshie. Ame chena ka maja cheme. Ni na ka maja chema alo na konukpa wakwa ame capacity Ngleshie. Aken Kenya kenye chena ka imagine cheme ko nukpa ye ni ko aken mimi so division na kwa me capacity Ngleshie aken Kenya Prince Asharku Busque ko we bi aken Kenya ake magine cheme ni nye feel aka me fitani na me ke mimi feel division akenye cha me gbe ko ni akwe ame shi domo Ngleshie English Alata no Quaye Mantse the correct one say amega ni tete yano no otu anu kwale o yu anu kwale yano no aka meni onu Quaye ni nyeka amenye se nye cha megbe the so called an elder say ni nyeka amega nye cha megbe na kwe ame capacity ya Ngleshie itro challenge anya nye cha megbe na akwa kenye nye cha megbe akeneke shina biboba numo ekeno eba benyele wofe wa afiache eke eno eba afiache numa job wa de numa job afiache kwashi nabi boba. Thank you so much numa job. Yeah, we end final week ojogba mogo ge ni apia ke na mo eko ni apia ke na mo eko nyecha ni kojo 6811 ke fe bale ke ino ogbe okọ woda I know ge ni apia ke na mo eko ni apia bona. Thank you. Nyuma jo afiache kwashi nabi boba impa nyuma impa nchogbe no mi ogen ka chogbe ekwewo that's right. So again onu pa ni nyecho ame capacity ni wokwa ame ni wokwa now agbene nwe kenye ba aka ye afene hu bona ene hu nyekwa ene hu ene ni angma article ye you see ene ni na ni yabisane ene ni yabisane na gba ni bi ami achomi bona ene ni na ni yabisane ake even ni court we eyu no kolo na ge dabi ne ke moji sane no ni badomo no ni nke fe show habo ni prince me ke mi mali na me boy mi ame boy ni bi angma TikTok uga ni bi na me ngman me ne rule ya maka le fe ma habo koni bodi enche ona so na no ene ni ana bona ni nke bisane na achomi no ni poten neba na kan sane denche ake Quaye a CD form say I feel it fraudulently ni no echo na ke egbe will register me na kan sane abaye I think in 2 weeks or so abache na kan sane so no nka ye no funu ni ba je mi nka baba ka ye na ke prince echo na kan no echo gbefo no mama kadie I will just read what the court says to you imale. Shout out to you. I got Tinto Wafita, Tinto Brown, Lewe Fita, Lejo Nupa order. You understand what I'm saying? I can not money what you be. Well, you are no look. It can't court to document say not a Supreme Court ni ake dabi ruling ni ake ani adamala che awacha fon member kan na gan ruling ne habo na kan no ne ke case ne your high court ka gbe na ye ha prince me mama tabie baba ma kan de fe ma habo I will come and sit there and read it. Because in kake neke wo no ka je kwen kan je na kan nuchu munchu wan ye. So cause o support of prince. Look, nyele normal. Nyele producer say koma normal. Ka ye na kan ke say na ye hanye when I know you don't when you send that can producer say you send that can hane. Ini ne ba hye no mama kan no fe no ni je ye. Now nya wobot ya sane emi tamo boni nkebue ake judge kokula ekeko akeshi prince Asharku buskoye le manche dabi ate now I seek injunction pending the determination of the case ni akete ni I seek injunction pending the determination of that particular case ni judge ke dabi naka injunction there no jino ni mafemini nkaba chombo bne ni wobane she before ni nkaba chombo miss money must set pay say ojoba ma bo koni onu shujoba now many ke injunction there many men seek injunction there na make te many jino ni no na mendumo ni I can seek injunction there for somebody ni I always show the document say kejo you no go sanona tree Because the more no antagonize me. Money documents say are exposable. Now, statements ni many men seek for injunction against Prince pending the determination of the fraudulent case, alleged fraudulent case. Statement now make a follow na kai motion na me file na injunct Prince no ne ama kan ni bi ani yo mi mabu e ka gbene ken kan a rule in there keke onu shishio jogba. You understand? I want to do a very credible job. Now, if I had garden, you see, instead of me about attack me, call a Prince campaign. It's an issue. Ni be in your file against any bona. You can send me. I can candy bona. I can come and be ake. Now filing a statement in there. Ona no ni unye care ne. Can you have me in cane? I come back. Oh, need that you are a bad boy. And need that any fitology. Well, you work our documents about okane. You understand? So instead of attacking me, if you have a case, help me make it for you. I'm getting the documents. Now file oh need that no one will file against him like I know no one need judge a case ni injunction me no can you watch me can in the channel nimba kane but you go around attacking me as against none of your wuluno. Hey Tonya, hey, let's go on. Ni ama Kwafio the second, ni Dade the fourth, ni Ofe the third, ni Ayi Okujiman the fourth, ke ni Ayi Okufubo the first. Ama mekasani ete against the president of the National House of Chiefs, the president, Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, Dodowa, the registrar, Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council, Eke Ewoche Kojo the second. Now, statement of case of application filed in support of motion for interlocutory injunction. Nyebuatwe clear. Nyebuatwe ojuba. Nyebuatwe. This was not for the substantive case. Like a substantive case, shout out to you, man, Christy. Shout out to you, Antivic. Boy ojuba. This was not like a substantive case. Ni ake Prince Chop fraudulent means allegedly ni eke na a gazette allo I enter a back a National House of Chiefs register near no this was for an interlocutory injunction. Koni injunctly evet moment repeating but mitani many I'm a yaga me I'm a sumo and kwale ame no. This was for an injunction against him pending the determination of that particular case. No jino niye jepoe. The substantive case itself atakui. Now, and clearly statements na ninkiabwe ona yemi. So fine Jani Femo Hami Gonti no ni ya anweko Hami Gonti no Jani Femo many Saturday why 37 pe it feels like we are doing Friday back a show many a door you so nye changega mogwe wa chemole okay be ane wa FA41 chemole Saturdays around the time we should be hitting like 60 viewers or so. So we are 20 people shy of our usual number. Now, anima anonima kandi mahabo koniokwe. Statement of case filed for and on behalf of the plaintiffs. So plaintiffs say onu ni okujima yemi, onu ni ayikufibu yemi, onu me yemi. In support of the motion, once again, both we not on of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. It was not for the substantive case. Now let's go on. Facts. Enemy fe mi tawni ikane na kan case say fe no ba na e no na UFA ik bla fe mi ehabo. But let's go on again. Can they make a case say ojogba no mushishi. Facts. That on the 29th day of April 2024, the High Court granted an order of mandamus directed at the Registrar of Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council to endorse the CD forms of Obimpom Wechekojo II by putting her name, signature, and her official stamp and forward same to the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs within 14 days for onward transmission to the National House of Chiefs. Kenya Bakai, Neke Mandamus name we ni Greater Accra Bieke no, do you know na me domo? ni I'm a process prince document say nakamande mo say unkeba chombo. Yeah, I've already showed it to you. I don't lie. In can way chombo. You understand? In chombo. Except ake botui. Now let's go on. Except ake that on the 29th April 2024, Nitina Kangbila issued mandemo say, and the 10th day of May 2024, the registrar of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council filed an appeal and stay of execution respectively. So even though JJ Granaka mandemo say compelling the registrar, ni a process CD form say, Nakangbila no ni JJ han ruling no, I file appeal against it. A couple of days later, I applied for a stay of execution against Nakamandemo. Say now, Nakan case I go. Again, no abioya ke kemlan chunio duba. Last say, Wachalaji Malik mean tweet court respectfully. She care about the regional house of chiefs say in treaty ame oduba. Watch it. This is why you understand. Ke okwe date ni court apply for a stay of execution. Ke appeal ne no quite date ni regional house no na me fear clearly obana ke biamina me tuna ke no na tun no me I file ne ke processes no more. So as an institution ni nye kamla tun ni nye ntaw ni nye ya no kwale ni I file ne ke processes no more na serving ye. There is no way na saninye process more documents. But in the face of this Nibine na file, they went ahead. Now me process na kan Nibie. Nete National House le mwe. Even though I serve am with the Nibie, they also went ahead and they processed Prince Nibie. So you see why Nika Obatabie would have to blast them. Because I'm a follow mla, no ni mla ke, je no jino ni no amechuo. That is why I care shameno. If you to wana yuemo wa. Because when you knew what your man, ni afe mla, ni mla abuwoyi, ni mla akudo, wani femoi, ni meni ame tachoku anoi, meni wa expect you ame, ake no ni mla ka ame kaba chuni ye, ame ke chuni, eke wabana mi she ya me, dabi wanye wana mi she ya me. Now, but wait, that on the 10th day of May 2024, nye buabi etwe. One ni Ayikwe the 6th, a member of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council, who is not the president, acting president, and or the registrar of the Alata Traditional Council, purported to sign the chieftaincy declaration forms of one Obimpongo Chekojo, which forms were forwarded to the second respondent, in this case the Regional House of Chiefs, for onward transmission to the National House of Chiefs. So now, shout outs to you, Maggie, boy Ojuba. Shout outs to you, Man Ifumia, Be Oyojuba. Hello, Man Rose, oh you waladon, Man Rose, thank you so much. In Kenya, last week, Wamami Man Rose, Leun a donation about Man Rose, my job, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much, my job. Thank you so much, Man Fosti, His Royal Majesty. His Royal Majesty is in the building. We are ending on a very strong week in terms of our donation. John Mitchell, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Now, Kenya Bakaye, ni Adama Lache form, right? A CD form say, money sign ni akete. Once again, minta no na nibi ojuba. These people, I don't know. I didn't think of this. I would have showed it to nye nako. Money sign ni BFA na gbena fe ne process ne sign shishi. Na akete regional. Ni regional process ni akete national. Ni national process ni ameke ni Adama Lache be will register ni was ni Dodun Saki. Because at the time he was the acting president of the traditional council. Now, in this case ni eshe watch Prince Asharku Buskwe no. Ni Ayikwe Jimo Niji Ekpa Legimoni a sign. I think ni Ayikwe Legimini. I didn't tell Manchoda. Legimoni a sign Prince for me. Now, many Casanene Yan there you know Ni Ayikwe at the time Shout outs to you, His Royal Majesty. At the time, near Yikwe, number one, J-Legit president of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council, Tumonido Dun Saki ne sign near Damalache. No. Number two, he was also not the acting president. Once again, Tumonido Dun Saki at the time, he was the acting president, ne sign near Damalache. No. Number three, Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council registrar uni. So ni ayikwe ni jekpa ne sign Prince form say he was not clothed with the capacity never sign I can form. He was not clothed with the capacity. Now, once again, let me make this clear. The substantive case say iye nibi afe ye biye. Shonake because it can call a war it takonohi. Let me make this clear. I am dealing with the interlocutory injunction. Ni jaje e decide omo. I don't go into it. I'll just come. No. So the substantive case said onake inkob waka abaye. Shonake nke woloko echokobo. Inye filing say fe ye biye. Banket chonkobo because because it's a very serious issue. Well, I don't even want to go in there. So I'm dealing with the interlocutory injunction. Let me make this clear for everybody out there watching and listening to me. No, JJ decide yomo, and that is why I'm here. Now, statement ni me seek injunction against Prince. I make a no you know when you mean can because I decide omo. JJ decide omo. Now, so that is number one. Ni Ayikwe was not clothed with the capacity. Ni leba sign Prince CD forms, because he was not the president, nor was he the acting president or the registrar of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council. Number one. Number two, let's go. That the Chieftaincy Act of Ghana, the respondents have been given the power to fashion their own standing rules to enable effective administrative governance. That in line with the first and second the first and second respondents have developed a procedure over the years for the processing of chieftaincy declaration forms from the Traditional Council to the National House of Chiefs. Okay, second respondent, in this case, the Regional House of Chiefs. Third respond, that be first respondent, and the second, in this case, the National House of Chiefs said, mla egme amegbe ni amedienche amefe ameo mla ni amechon gbejiano cho ni ameba chon ni keji ake CD forms bag na amenye na ameba process ameba ko na amefe shu ake a chon na ken gbejiano to eno dani ameba process na ken CD forms that the said procedures are produced beneath and italicized. Okay, processes ni ke ake CD forms bag me the National House of Chiefs ke the Regional House of Chiefs say processes ni amedienche ameto ake sani amecho na can process no dani ame push moko CD forms ke ayin no jino ni at least ne. So once again I'm doing this koni wafe wakaseni koni moko kula kalakabo kani moko kula lakabo like imoshowe jani femo military processes say ni National House of Chiefs amedienche ameka function ake kake moko CD forms bag na me before na me ba process no ni ame ba fe ne ka gbe na ba kwa Regional House of Chiefs no ame o military processes na me die ncha ame ka function ake keji ake CD forms bag na me ame ba kwa no ni ame ka process. Now let's go. Steps and processes involved. The whole process begins from the Traditional Council of the applicant, where the registrar of the council takes the necessary information about the chief to complete the chieftaincy declaration forms, after which the necessary fees is paid. So Traditional Council me ni mo lumo ye jemeji any ebaje shishi registrar ni yo jeme le eba take all the necessary information keji money ba ye manche e pay shikana asane pay registrar ebaje process eba take all the necessary information ni asane take keke complete form say one I check the registrar of the traditional council. Registrar. Let's go on. B. After completing the form, the registrar of the traditional council submits it to the president of the traditional council, who also happens to be paramount chief of the area for endorsement. So in this case, let's take it like it is a divisional chief. No kaji agbena money president here game kaji registrar fili for matan ekma president kelenwe kwemi bona eke fe shwa no fe no yojuba. Now both way. See, where there is no president of the council, the form is supposed to be endorsed by the acting president of the council. Now, so in this case, Ngleshie Alata, Amebe Mantse, ni ebafe the automatic president of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council. So I war acting president. Nonkebake, in the case of the Traditional Council, it was Nindo Dun Saki. No one a sign ni Adamalache form say. Now, in Ngleshie Alata case, applicant say ni can no te. I'm a president because I'm a Mantse. No, it's an acting president. Shimon, ni ayiku money sign ni mlango le baga ka be president. Acting president ba nye sign ni ayiku money sign CD form say JLG acting president of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council. So in what capacity? Ni ayiku a sign I can inform me. In what capacity? Let's go on. After this, that nebu abia unto eneme gbala mi fe anye nyemeni nyeboy follow mo kene gbala mi fe ehanye. You already know, but for the people now me ba join what I know I can get am here and again they show the any le magia chama sani odogba processes can be ona because eneme gbala mi fe no anye fe nyele when it comes to eneme moko nye kenya no ko ne be mlami because eneme gbala mi fe anye over and over and over. In your face, you guys know the process and you understand the process very well. Now, after this, the traditional council will have to convene a general meeting for the forms to be vetted and recommended for transmission to the regional house of chiefs concerned. Newakeji agbena abacha meeting registrar efili form say president or acting president equa form say if I can no fair no ye okay. Abache meeting of the entire traditional council. Ni ameba tashi ni ameba agree akelele form ne ni bi na fili ye no fe yo jogba na gbako be ye totomo ko be dani agbene ameba fan alo ameba fin se akaya regional house koni no ni regional house yo jeme ni amefio amefe bio yake in the case of Prince Asharku Quaye and in like a meeting ko yellow bioi. Let's go on. But minutes of the said meeting at the traditional council should accompany the forms while transmitting it to the regional house of chiefs. And this is why I blasted the regional house of chiefs and I continue to blast them. This is the procedure. The professor ni Odaifio Welenchi's regional house of chiefs is flouting the laws. Ne governor am institution. They just do not care. They just do not care. You understand what I'm saying? They just do not care. And that is why I came back here in Blasto. These are laid down procedures that governs your institution. Now, minutes next and here, regional house say I'm a ruling no ko appealing no ko again in bakani abia market. I make sure minutes Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council be a tano ni I agree ake Prince ayano ni eye manche I make sure neke minutes ne no na you be they weren't able to produce it because there is none. There was no meeting. Ni Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council have ni I may endorse ni I may agree ake afford Prince Asharku Quaye a CD form scale original. And yet in the absence of this, the regional house of chiefs went ahead and processed his CD forms. Nation National House National House they didn't do the needful. They also went ahead and processed against the laid down principles they govern our institution. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Let's go on. At the Regional House of Chiefs, the forms are submitted to the Research and Traditional Affairs Committee of the House for further vetting during their meeting, and if found to be intact, it is recommended to the Standing Committee of the House for approval. Now, me because it can, okay, you see, I will always continue to blast the new Odaifo Willing-Cheese led Regional House of Chiefs, because they clearly do not respect their own laws, their own rules, their own procedures. They clearly do not respect it. And as a result of that, I'm in full divisions. I'm in full infighting. I'm in full misunderstandings. I'm in full now, can you a Regional House of Chiefs say? Akaya Research and Traditional Affairs Committee of the House. Kona mo ame veti, amo me ba fe shu ake. Nibi e no ni akeje the respective traditional council na ake ba. Ani na kan no nibi na ngma eni no fe no eja elo. Ani sane ko be elo, ani mo ko challenge no ko lo, ani gbeka clear elo. Ona gbeka shi clear elo ni mo ko pele no ko elo. That is what the Research and Traditional Affairs Committee sana mefe. Now come gbena I'm a Quaye Standing Committee of the House for approval. Neke bi ene Regional House say asa biame in Kane Eko Habo a couple of months ago. Now biama I'm a meeting now me fe. I know recommendations ni Research and Traditional Affairs Committee fe. Ne the Standing Committee report now me fe ameke ba ni wokwe. No way I'm a we bulu bulu ye. Inka mini no I'm a we bulu bulu ye. No way, Regional House say it can't help on come you bulu bulu ye. Cock when I'm in my report. I'm in Jemme. Need the tautu. Minenche impo manche. Ke men no come fite. I make a lawyer say ni be a market. And in your no your procedure say your chomi low your chono ye no pepe lo. I'm in Jemme. Let's go on. Bobby Etui, the Standing Committee of the Regional House will also have to approve of the recommendation of the Search and Traditional Affairs Committee at its meeting. Neke meeting it's a minute ye. Abia me wake minute ni ake na ke prince ni aba ni ame discuss na be fe na ame approve na ke minute wa me ke tron. Ego be. Because no such meeting took place. Let's go on. The recommendation of the Standing Committee of the Regional House will also have to be endorsed by the full House at its general meeting before the forms can be transmitted to the National House of Chiefs. Once again, the Standing Committee is an document the full House. Ni ame vote on it. Then you bene acquire the National House of Chiefs. Now, both way. Now, minutes of all the 3 meetings of the Regional House of Chiefs ought to accompany the forms while transmitting it to the National House of Chiefs. And the National House of Chiefs say neke minutes etenena bio and ya make fita yelo. Nyebia. And it be amini ameteno. Ni National House of Chiefs. Ni National House of Chiefs. And the process Prince form say ye be a National House of Chiefs and in the minutes ne I'm a fit abi can you back national inka abi in back can say chair na afi habu nka abi nya umakojo le ana afi na can say chair ni nation no nka ba chonbo mbaka ne habu. Now let's go on. At the National House of Chiefs the forms go through the same stages as that of the Regional House of Chiefs. Nichake about research committee, about standing committee, get a standing committee, get National House fail a vote. So research committee, I mean, I'm a National House. ame ba fe sure ke once again form say na ke ha me no fe no ye ojogba sane ko beye moko siu ko moko e amale ko e form e mi no fe no ye ojogba e ke te standing committee le ama mba veti no ni research committee e fe ake no fe no ete no ojogba moko male ko ye ko e moko efe ko e fon ko ye ko e moko laka moko e ke ba full house e ke full house e fe vote ye no ye national Dani agbene akemo gbe ba fe mini ba will register me. So on a melencha me proceed a go through 3 different stages. Bonia fe ni biamini abaka ke mancheko gbe in will register me no me totomo kokla be ne waka ke research committee kwe standing committee ba kwa mi na me fe sure research committee fe ko mistake ame toko ya eko so como procedures na lay down. So bio yake why is it that a shewo kometo wo no ni magbe ya mi na sani e ya register ni magbe mbote register mi ni clearly sani ya mi ni chuake amedie ncha amemla ni governor me ame ye no because come you amemla no there is no way ni oba na magia cheme na amegbe gazette mi na sani amegbe hin gazette mi there is no way. That is why we will continue to call them out. Let's go on. Johnny Famo. Let's go on. For endorsement, the House will then instruct the Registrar of the National House of Chiefs to enter the names of the affected chiefs into the National Register of Chiefs to complete the process. So can us now chono fe ene fe mi dan ya gbene ameba registrar ke e ke mo gbe ewomi now. Number 1 nyebu anonite note that in preparing the chieftaincy declaration forms of the set Wechekojo II, the first and second respondents threw caution to the winds and sidestepped their own procedures to enter the name of the set Wechekojo in the Register of Chiefs, even in the face of protest by some of the chiefs from the Ngleshie Alata traditional area. So regionals in Bakane enemy fe nka chombo in Bakane na can lawsuit say fe habomo. Even though I raise objection, I'm a boy objection and I raise here to it. Now me fe no na mbafe. Even though national way I raise objection, national board objection and I raise here to it. Now me fe no na mbafe. But I'm lynch I'm mlake keji before na me ba process moko. Ni mo gbe ba bote no komie. Esa ni sane ko yehi. Esa ni gbe ye tron no fe no ye fan. Let's go on. Attached is a pending suit in the Kumasi High Court, which was instituted before the defendants caused the unlawful registration. So, many me fene ameka fita yake before ni National House ameka Prince Asharku Bruskwe be wo register me. No me sane ye court to against ile ye na kan no omo. Ni by ame omla ni sane ye court to against him mo esa ni ameka mo be wo register me. Let's go on. That the president of the National House of Chiefs refused the same oji awo nye talashi ni me komene sa ama me nchome ni ba ye wo no game nye ya chala anye wati ame kumeke wo batabia ni wo wie keke na no ni nyefi owo game nye ya chala anye me komene sa ame nchome ni ba ye wo no oji awo legit the president of the National House of Chiefs but we that the president of the National House of Chiefs refused the service of a process from a bailiff from the court which was filed to prevent the said unlawful registration. No, oji awo na te na asebile because once again, nyele oji awo nyele no oji awo na eno efe ke bale gamanche sane ni adama lache Kevin Taki. Nyele noni oji awo wo. The same oji awo wo ne. Nyele noni oji awo wo ne fe. You already know. The same oji awo wo. Nyele omo. Same oji awo wo. The same oji awo wo. Let's go on. That previously, when Aumakojo the third chieftaincy declaration forms were sent to the second respondent, the registrar of the Greater Accra National House of Chiefs, relying on the guidelines and procedures stated supra, retained the said forms to the third respondent, saying parts of the procedure had not been satisfied. BNL imbakane abu Kenya ba akaye imbakebwa ke biamini akenya Umakojo nibiye ete register national regional house na process amen makeba back in can letter umba chombo. I have it in my nibi FNye me inkane ye bi achombo Kenya ba akaye ake neke regional house ne no ma ake nia Umakojo nibiye nia Umakojo ni ete nibiye minutes ni Ngleshie Alata traditional council I may approve it akele aba eyamie na kano akeba nkebo. You understand? No regional house I may process nya Umakojo no because I may follow the procedure say ni I may lay out and one of them diake minutes na sani Ngleshie Alata bi attache traditional council I may have like a minute ni I may endorse like a minute I make a fit eye. So regional house say I may process in ya Umakojo ni je no. So bio yake if your thing ke manche ekomeko ni eke priest in pele manche ye le na ke ni bi e ba ni ka ke minute say ne sani Ngleshie Alata traditional council eke fit eye I make a fit eye no e wonye ya no ni ba process if your thing na ke priest no ba ni na can that same minute say be ni the processor manche komie nye follow mla manche komie le nye follow mla. Professor Neo Daifio Ngleshie led regional house of chiefs. No me chu Germany. Let's go on. That it is mind-boggling that in that case the second respondent used the guidelines against him and returned the CD forms but failed to follow the procedure in the case of the CD forms of Wechekojo II, as can be seen from the searches conducted at the registry of both the first and the second respondent. Once again, me Odaifio Ngleshie led regional house of chiefs. No me fione. Ke mogomeche ta cholete Ojawa was led national house of chiefs. Nuchumana mechuone. No mechuone. Professor Neo Daifio Ngleshie no mitani inche. Look. I can get you so I'm a monabumi. But let's go on. Now I know that the actions of the defendants have led to the agents of the said Wechekojo II, who were being harbored in the Ngleshie Alata Palace, murdering the two priest Aite Konko by shooting the said Aite Konko in his head. Let's go on. Authorities ni asana site fe no ame site ye bi the High Court Civil Procedures Rules 2004 a site fe. Now no ni amedumone so me kwa ke no kweku ye Germany okay minta makwa ke no kweku ye Germany sani makane mabolo ene me fe bia no na ni mean scroll I mean make am a case bon but I'm a statement of claim do you know ni mean tawni ona no ni poten no ni amedomo. You understand what I'm saying? So now ani maya no ma kane in agbene ruling na ni judge ekeba ani maya no ni makande mabu ko ni okwe ake ekoje ni judge eke nakai noko tumoboni ona ni imbayue bie na kemi me feel division surely before ninka bobaya no me town ni nke no ko na achon ofane jali femo kiamoko ni okiamoko kiamoko no kiamoko ofane Gamashi Development Agency means money nke no ko na achon ni ke obanye ni owa request for support towards the stakeholders forum on community inclusiveness in the operationalization of the Jamestown Fishing Harbor. Request for support towards the stakeholders forum on community inclusiveness in the operationalization of the Jamestown Fishing Harbor. I'm a candidate, no quanoni, I'm a UAME. If you are in any way possible to help ni owa the Gamashi Development Agency, Gamada, is the principal development agency responsible for driving the socio-economic transformation of Gamashi, Jamestown, and Old Accra. Working in close collaboration with traditional authorities, government institutions, and development partners, Gamada seeks to promote inclusive urban renewal, coastal development, and sustainable livelihoods for local communities. As part of this mandate, Gamada is organizing a stakeholders forum on community inclusiveness in the operationalization of the Jamestown Fishing Harbor, scheduled for Wednesday, 26 November 2025 at 10 a.m. at the Accra Metropolitan Assembly City Hall. So, Shani Bane, ye Ghana time 10 a face stakeholders forum. Ye Benoni abachon ni about operationalize Jamestown Fishing Harbor ni ebawa community. So keji oye ngawo alo e jomoko bomaden koni ya now. The forum aims to bring together key government ministries, agencies, traditional leaders, private sector actors, development partners, and civil society organizations to deliberate on strategies for ensuring equitable community participation in the management and operations of the Jamestown Fishing Harbor. The discussions will focus on strengthening collaboration between government and local stakeholders in advancing Ghana's blue economy and 24-hour economy objectives. To ensure a successful event, we respectfully request your support in cash or in kind in any of the following areas: financial support toward event logistics and publicity, provision of branded materials or refreshment, media coverage and documentation, support for cultural performances and entertainment, or sponsorship of conference kits, banners, and printing. Your support will not only enhance corporate visibility, but also demonstrate your commitment to community development, social responsibility, and sustainable coastal livelihoods. We take this opportunity to also invite your organization to participate fully in the forum and to nominate an appropriate representative to join the discussions. We deeply value your partnership in this important initiative and look forward to your positive response. Yours faithfully, Dr. Alfred Kwachi Dodu. Now, ameye momo number ni ke obawa ame oba sumoni owa ame okewa ame so ofine ami 1 second ni mache nakai momo nama mahabo bona boni nchon mache nakai momo nama mahabo keke ke oye wa moko ni okoba wa ame ye shiba mi keke oke wa ame ami 1 second mache nakai noma mahabo benye na ake for a while now. We've been talking about the Jamestown Fishing Harbor for a while now. We've been having conversations about it on aboni yo, and this is a forum ni afeni abakwe benoni abachon ni aba operationalize about operationalize fishing abo ni ebawa wa community benona abachon na aba fe shuake oh agbeneni impini ni mba ni fa na nyeke kya mi nkpa bo fai ke nka na wolo na epe habo ni nke any obanyo wa me here fitaye. I have not done justice to this very important public announcement. So fine, let me do that. Okay, what channel? Anima fe no koni what chat no real quick. I mean 1 second. Means on any tete. So once again, ofane keji obasmoni forum na enwe obanye ni oya ni ke oye jomochomo ko ni obasmoni okechon wa me. Okay, here we go. Now, momo no mane 0257 632 903 0257 632 903. Now, Benny your momo no man no momo number no G Angela A. Morgan. Angela A. Morgan. A famous reference say Gamada. Bona Gamada. Gamada G reference say Benny yo momonoma no G Angela A. Morgan. Nama G 0257 632 903. 0257 632 903. Angela A. Morgan. Reference say G. Gamada. So fine, a mental help, towards logistics, publicity, provision of branded materials or refreshment, media coverage and documentation, support for cultural performances and entertainment, or sponsorship of conference kits, banners, and printing. Fine, once again, ke obasumoni opiame no me koji 0257 632 903. Angela A. Morgan. Reference G. Gamada. So energy announcement ni tawni nke habo. Where you are Jamestown, aboy sanida planning akwake ti oba fieten ni ka operationalize ebawa wa kuchu emi. So there you have it. Now, ani nke ruling any judge ahabo. Koni agbene ona ake ni tete Jamie ni mi mali. Ovane Jani Femo. So this is the ruling. Ni Prince Medumono. Ake a declare Mantse of Ngleshie Alata. Ninke dabi. Ruling a declare Prince. Ake Ngleshie Alata Mantse. That is not what the ruling said. Ni amejiga. Ni ameba amahai mukonesha. Ni manaka crazy article ko. Agbele TikTok ye. Ni efe videos TikTok ke videos ke ni bi yan ruling na ni agbere nye buatwe ni nye kwa ke ani ekokula ya ruling na mi ni judge ye ke me in declare ake Prince G Mantse. No, there is nothing in the ruling ni judge ye ke na kai. Now nye buatwe in the Superior Court of Judicature, in the High Court of Justice, General Jurisdiction Division 13, held in Accra on Tuesday, the 11th day of November 2025, before Her Ladyship, Justice Comfort Kwasiwo Tasiame. Justice, Your Honor, Ovanege in Buchogbe. Justice of the High Court. Now, Ni Ama Kwaufio II and 4 others versus the President, the National House of Chiefs, and 2 others. Now, nyawayano. Parties, first, third, and fourth plaintiffs present, second and fifth plaintiffs represented by the fourth plaintiff. So, on amufemo ya now, council GFA ya if I wabagbina no ruling. Nyebua no tue agbenem. Nyebua tue ninye kwa ake mini sane poten judge a year. Allo judge rule on it. Plaintiffs / applicants hearing, after referred to as applicants through their lawyer, filed this application. Once again, judge make clear no need sanene yo on notice for interlocutory injunction. Interlocutory. So the substantive case said once again, if it mean repeating so that the people in the back can hear me. So me. I want the people in the back to actually hear me and understand me. Once again, no file. Now, this application on notice for interlocutory injunction under Order 25 Rule 1 of the High Court Civil Procedure Rules C140 CI 47. I don't know if you're that in call I can see what CI Constitutional Instrument CI Constitutional Instrument 47 attached to the application are affidavit in support, exhibits, and statement of case. Now, no you know in Kanye statement of case no Kanye be I know before no you know in Kanye. Now let's go on. Both way. It can permit me to quote some relevant portions of the affidavit in support. That on the 29th April 2024, the High Court granted an order of mandamus directed at the Registrar of Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council to endorse the CD forms of Obimpo Wachekojo II by putting her name, signature, and official stamp and forward same to the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs within 14 days for onward transmission to the National Register of Chiefs. That on 29th April 2024 and 10th May 2024, the Registrar of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council filed an appeal and stay of execution respectively. That on the 10th May 2024, one Ni Ayukwe, a member of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council and Chief of Adenentan Way, who is not the president, acting president, and or the registrar of the Ngleshie Traditional Council, purported to sign the chieftaincy declaration forms of one Obimpo Wachekojo II, which forms were forwarded to the second respondent for onward transmission to the National House of Chiefs. That a further search conducted by the Ghana Police Service at the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs and Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council affirms that the defendant, did not follow due process as stipulated in law. Applicants filed supplementary affidavit in support of the application on 2nd July 2025. Defendants and the interested parties filed affidavit in opposition. Fourth respondent filed affidavit in opposition on 13th June 2025. Permit me to quote some relevant portions of the affidavit in opposition by fourth respondent. The plaintiffs have not, by the instant application, demonstrated any right they have which ought to be protected by the grants of the instant application. The plaintiff have also not demonstrated any irreparable damage that would be occasioned to them should the instant application be refused. Now, so again, chono kwake yaneke biamini a file neke appeal neke stay of execution please may file an application against, you understand what I'm saying, against noni appeal stay of execution ni cheme file. Now ye me Prince Mekake menike neke no kone ba ame chonko ake noni ate no na chunwe na kan no eta amegbena ye eko they are right kake mi bole min try ni ma blagam you do ba Prince me chono kwake application ni cheme ke ba ke stay of execution ame chonko ye mi ake amegbena ko ye ni na kan amegbena afite amegbena no asani court afemini a protect agbene we amechoko yemi ake no ko yeni afe ame ni na kan no anye acha. It is the plaintiff have also not demonstrated any irreparable damage. Ake amechoko ake no ko ye ni afe based on no ni afe and prince ni na kan no it will have a lasting damage, an irreparable damage on them. You understand what I'm saying? That was the one of the key points Ni Prince raised in against the appeal stay of execution Ni Chame file against Nagamandemo say ne na keke bi boli min try ma je ke bluff for me ke bagami. Now, oh shoot. Let's go on. First, second, and third respondents also filed affidavit in opposition. First and second and third defendants have been served with the plaintiff's instant application by which they seek an order of the court restraining the defendants from having anything to do with the said Prince Asharku Busquet, aka Obimprongwa Shakojo, fourth defendant hearing as the president of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council. That the first, second, and third defendants shall contain that the present application is not only misconceived and frivolous, but same is an abuse of the process of the court. The entry of the name of the fourth defendant into the register of chiefs did not follow the laid down procedures for the registration of chiefs. The plaintiffs have not shown the hardship and or inconvenience they stand to suffer in the event that the present application was dismissed by the court. So, even though I'm a Canadian go find a Bolly, Mingre, Gabagami, that the first, second, and third defendants shall contain that the present application is not only misconceived and frivolous, but same is an abuse of the process of the court. Okay, the National House, the Regional House, and Prince Asharku Busquet, I made defendant say, I'm about to neke application any cheme keba nakaino I'm a susun we ojoba Daniel Mekbaba agbenenwe I'm a fit court to a be nakanona mekeba ake the entry of the name of the fourth defendant into the register of chiefs did not follow the laid down principles for the registration of chiefs. The plaintiffs have not shown ake even though Chairman Chonke sometimes I don't understand these judges and these lawyers. Even though many make nekesane ba amewe ake benoni achon ni ake Prince Asharku Busquet be wo national register me many kesane ba ame chonko nagba ni ekeraha ame meni ame kesane ba teji jaje injuncting prince. Come on. So one, first, second, and third defendants, I mean kake, even though many make a son in neighbor, I mean you ake benona chon na ke prince Asharku Busquet will register me a chon be papa no amenyeko ame chon ake keji benoni wachoni wake wo mi je be papa ni kula ame choko na agba na ke ba ha me no na ame choko na agba na ke ba ha me court to akafumi. Come on now, you all. You understand what they are saying? You understand what I'm saying? What they are saying? So maybe I get this right here. Is that an admission? I get clearly the laid down principles. I follow on I can principles say look. The laid down procedure say I follow on I can procedure say look. You understand what I'm saying? Is that an admission? Once again, come on. That the first, second, and third applicant shall contain. The present application is not only misconceived, and frivolous, but same is an abuse of the process of the court. The entry of the name of the fourth defendant into the register of chiefs did not follow the laid down procedures for the registration of chiefs. Is that an admission? The plaintiffs have not shown hardship or any inconvenience that they stand to suffer in the event that the present application was dismissed by the court. Now, even though I told Papa no, me I can prince I will register me. cheme ni keba ame choko na agba na keba ha me ame choko na agba ni na kan no keba ha me no na ame choko na agba na keba ha me be ehia akajeje ba abo ametu injunctions and you injunction. Let's go on. By court nya kan nya wakwa no ni jeje inwewu agbene no kwa ka jeje iwe ye ekokura ake by any a declare Prince Manchelo nyekwa. There are principles that govern applications for injunction, interim or interlocutory. You know, Wusu versus Owusu Ansa, 2007 to 2008. Supreme Court Ghana Law Review 870. The Supreme Court held that the fundamental principle in application for interim injunction is whether the applicant has a legal right at law or in equity, which the court ought to protect by maintaining the status quo until the final determination on its merit. This could be determined by considering the pleadings and affidavit evidence before the court. So, court and chono one of the things the authority ne cite Owusu versus Owusu ne cite court and chono Supreme Court before any court go by no neighbor grant interim injunction esani akwake ani menika application ba ameye egbe ni esani ameke application abalo ni esani court agbene we esani court akwake ani esani eshi sanjie ni sanjie ahi boni eyolo katabiami ni sani epote ewo ni atao injunction abayelo botwe so judge a court Supreme Court authority aka Supreme Court keji moko ke injunction ba esani akwa ke number 1 animo eye egbe ne kana kan injunction e ba lo agbeni we ka akwa na kan ani esa aka na kan sani before ni judge ba ha na kan injunction judge akwa ke ani keji injunction ni ame ni ayesani eba walo. You understand what I'm saying? So it's an aquafe. This could be determined by considering the pleadings and affidavit evidence before the court. Now, learned counsel for the applicants per their statement of case submitted that the court must weigh one need against another and determine where the balance of convenience lies. So judge and chono gwake neke no ne yuene lawyer for any nye chema yin wa mekele kpambi because lawyer ye eyuemu ekomemi e ke judge akwe ne wei ake anike injunction e bia ne e ba wa alo keji eme na ye sane di enchenwe e ba wa that the applicants are members of the Ngleshie Alata Traditional Council and chiefs within the Ngleshie Alata traditional area, that the defendants are embarking in various unlawful acts, and these acts have emboldened the said Wachekojo II, that these unlawful acts include but are not limited to the gruesome murder of the paramount stool chief priest Wulomo. Akanibi akomeni esani jeji akwe ni ekwake keke injunction and me prince ebawa ekomeni yo minji ake prince enaiwale based on neke egbeni akewo national register mi ni efe ni bi strote ni ekono acho ni akegbe senwulomo noni amenkene ye no nkane abue. Now, that should these unlawful acts be permitted to continue, innocent lives will be lost, which will be to the detriment of plaintiffs/applicants, and grave irreparable damage to plaintiffs shall be occasioned. Aka neke no kwe keji jeje ke injunction me prince no ni prince ya no lo na efe na kan no ni bi konkome strote kome hu ba fitai ni na kan no e ba gba meni kesane ne ba ni nakano anya chabamba. It's irreparable damage. Now, however, should an injunction be granted pending suit, the status quo of the parties to this action shall be maintained till all parties prove their respective rights before this honorable court. Shimo keji ake injunction me prince status quo ba maintain ene cheme ni kete ame lawyer no you ake keji ake injunction me prince prince bayano ni boni prince yo ba ina kan title ne ka if you ba fe na kan Okay, chairman way you know kata bi amini abaye na can decision now. No ni jeje kene. Come on. Okay, from the litany of judicial decisions, it has also long been settled that in considering an application for injunction, a court ought to consider inter alia the following factors. Kake inter alia it means like among many things. So keji court ba grant injunction there is an court among many things. Few ni judge enemine nakanji inter alia emino among several factors. These are some of the factors. Nes ani judge akwe then they grant an an injunction. Let's go on. Whether the case of the applicant is not frivolous. So as any judge akwake any case any more keba any frivolous. Think a frivolous word. Let's make a word for frivolous. Okay, no, je basabasa, je case basabasa ko ne keba. Case ko ni se na mo be, case ko ni jomo be. We are just making a word for frivolous. In the frivolous meaning for gan. I don't know the gan word for frivolous. So let's that is to say whether the applicant prima facie or prima facie. Now, make me try a prima facie. Kake prima facie or prima facie. It mean or at the first look, you understand? At the first look of things, without going into its details, that's what prima facie means. Let's say I'm about some examples. Sometimes I get on some of these words, these Latin words. I can nibia no nshi. Ke moko ba police station. Ne ka gbe twe. Bona ni police nywe ekwe mo twe ne na ke lele ni ne ekadi jeme. Ne wo lele e ba charge moko with assault. Prima facie at the first go enake moko nine egba ekadimo twe. You understand what I'm saying? Ekadimo twe. So enake lele based on wabi ekadimo ni yo mo twe lele ake agba mo twe until now ba botemi na kwa ke anina kan twe egba mo ashi machine ni gba twe alo oshi machine ni gba twe. You understand what I'm saying? So that is prima facie or prima facie. That's what it means on the first look at things. Get you okwano without going into the proper details. Anytime about charge mokwe, it's an anya establish lele on the look of things before about going into details. And lele na kenoko ebalo. So prima facie, that is just what it means. On the first look of things, on the basis of noni ona, at the first sight of things, and I demonstrate lo. So, before any about grant interlocutory injunction, it's only one, one, and in the injunction in Akeba, J Basabasa ni Nokolo, and in Lele, I may prove lo, just on the look at things without going into the details, and in Lele, Afe Nokolo has demonstrated a legal or equitable right to that ought to be protected. So as any many make us an neighbor, sana akwa name fena menake leleni nekenokwe amenyeni amefe. Now B, whether hardship would be occasioned if the application is granted or refused, and which of the parties will suffer greater hardship. Nichwake keji jeje teno ne grant injunction is an ya no ne kwake namwe ke na agbaba ha na ka injunction ni jeje abia ke grant ke grant na ka injunction namu poten e ke na agbaba ha ani e ke na agbaba ni ba meni ke sane ba alo e ke na agbaba ha money atawa ye sane ashile sane jeje akwa na emefe. B, whether on the facts it is just and convenient for the preservation of the status quo. It's an jeje nwa kwake ani boni ni shikamo yo keji nshi nini kashi na kan ani mowe eba wa mo femu ni eke na agba ha mokomokolo. It's an jeje un a consider no wake keji efe na kan eke na agba ha mokomoko. You understand what I'm saying? D, whether the loss, damage or injury can be quantified in money, and whether damages could afford adequate compensation if the application was refused. Ani akwake neke na agbane ani abanye ni akewo ake shika adomonalo ni keji ake shika domona ani shika ani ebafe enough ni na agba ni akeba primary fashi Malik Alaji Malik, are you talking about the primary fashi? That on the primary fashi means on the first look of things. Maybe my example was not that accurate. But primary fashi on the first look of things, say you should prove before I go into the substantive case. That is what primary fashi means. Maybe my example is not that accurate. But primary facie means on the first look of things, you should be able to prove yes, a crime has been committed. Then you court. Go into the details. Is that what you are saying? That is not what it means. Inter alia among many things. Which one are you talking about? Over the correction, because in like a primary facie, that is what it means. On the first look of things, you should be able to prove a crime has been committed before so maybe the example that I gave did not really fit what primary facie means. So is that what you are saying? Hello, what are you talking about? I don't want people to carry the wrong explanation out there. So over the animally. Alaji Malik, what it means, our chat session, because that is my understanding of what primary facie means. On the face value, you should be able to prove a crime has been committed. That is what primary facie means. Until now, so if that is not what it means, let me know. Let's go on. Please see the recent case of Michael Ankomia Nimfa versus James Jachi Kwesi, the Electoral Commission and Attorney General 2022. I'm of the view that the alleged killing of the Wulomo is a criminal act which must be proved beyond reasonable doubts. I do not think it is an issue that the court can rely on affidavit evidence to determine. So once again, Wulomo na agbe no, it's a criminal issue. Ninwe esani aye rely on this particular affidavit naked determine. No. Let's go on. By granting this injunction may be an indication that the respondents have a hand in the alleged killing. I do not think the applicant has demonstrated any legal or equitable right to be protected. So again, because I may mention Nakaino Yemi, yes, grant my application. If I feel like a reake, Nakaino Agbomi, ake, what Chakojoni Femo, Ewo, ni Agbe, Numwa ite Kunkwe, ni Nakaino, Esani, Nakaino, Bami. Now, but I did not, in conclusion, I did not find any tangible reason why failure of a party to sign chieftaincy declaration forms as ordered by the High Court will result in an injunction against the fourth respondent and preventing the first, second, and third respondents from dealing with fourth respondent. I found that the procedure in processing the CD forms as stated by Netherlands Council for the applicant is the way to go, but failure to comply with the procedures as laid down rules or as stipulated cannot result into an injunction. So I think I can my asani me ni ma bote mi koni me anu shishi ojogba shimo FM ya keji grant injunction bi ane ba wasane. You understand? Keji nye ke mi ake benoni prince chon chon gbe papa no ni eke nana kan san eke na CD form say nya ni waya no ni wokwa nakaino mo koni wa fe sure. You understand what I'm saying? Koni wa fe sure. Ake nakano anu kwale ni aloji anu kwale keji nya injunction bi ane ewa. Applicants deposed to the fact that in preparing the chieftaincy declaration forms of the said Wachekojo II, the first, second, and third respondents threw caution to the winds and sidestepped their own procedures to enter the name of the said Wachekojo in the register of chiefs, even in the face of protest by some of the chiefs from the Ngleshie Alata traditional area. I'm of the view that this court must go. I'm of the view that this court must go into the substantive matter, resolving all issues in controversy once and for all, rather than granting an injunction. In view of all the above, the application is refused. Cost of 3,000 against the applicants for benefits of the respondents. I'm of the view that this court must go into the substantive matter, resolving all issues in controversy once and for all, rather than granting an injunction. In view of all the above, the application is refused. So, noning blame here can only okay. Mr. Papo ke frivolous. Me flee Mosani. Thank you. Okay. Alaji Malik, you are right with the explanation of prima facie. So Alaji, tenoni mono kake. That is not what it means. Frivolous. I was looking for a word for frivolous. Mr. Papo ke frivolous. Meaning flee Mosani. Okay. Right. So Alaji Malik, prima facie, boning blam here na kaino. So Alaji tenoni okay, je na kaini. Yeah, so me frivolous and I don't know what word to use for frivolous. Yeah, so Alaji ke prima facie boni so call na kai Alaji ke it is right. Ekole frivolous you know ni inyema blam yojugba. So no na Alaji nka ga bi je na kan ji no ni emi ni ho. Mr. Papo ke frivolous emi no me flee Mosani. Thank you. So clearly noni ikane habone. Right. Yeah. So Alaji Malik, that is exactly what I said. Maybe example any and they make sense, right? My example didn't fit did not correspond to the definition that I gave. But yeah, the bonin was bonin blam and I know maybe the example is not right. So on the face value on a 2 mark say but I like if I'm that is what Alaji is saying like an example a meaning blam even though the way he explained it like nakainoni, but yeah, it means on the face value a crime has been committed before I've been at court keke abotemi odugba keke akwake anilela ke crime monefe lo aloje monife. So maybe my example was not that accurate, but my explanation was right. Thank you so much. So clearly keji okwano inkane abone, there was nothing at all ni I declare ake Prince G Ngleshie Alata Mantse. This was for an interlocutory injunction and it was denied. And of course, award cost against the applicants. So now, I'm of the view that this court must go into the substantive matter, resolving all issues in controversy once and for all, rather than granting an injunction. In view of all the above, the application is refused. You understand what I'm saying? So there you have it. Now, so the substantive matter as against the grant injunction status quo remaining koni na kesa ne koni wokomo ke kenyeke watch kojo Prince Asharku busku benoni achon ni ake koe gazette hale alo eke na akegbe will register me jegbe papa ni nya wo yi anakan sane emo ni washi injunction because ni bia komeni nyeke support keji in grant injunction but in some way shape or form mean decide na kan case ekoji numo aite konko gbele njeje ke da bi ken kwa na kan no esani nke no fitai so wo maya no maye case so ka ye na kan case no ni jie maba matabie ni nkama abo keji osumo ni ke osumo ni o contributed. You already know. Text mommy hi. Koni machabo. Ani makwake chame gome efe ready lo ni amebanye ni ame yue lo ege wakame eba bano. So clearly nakai right up no na ni onani me ake based on nekenokwe. I declare Prince Asharku Quaye Mantse clearly is an only ake nakaino J anukwaleni court ko neke high court ruling ne declare Prince eke Prince J Mantse the status quo should remain. They will rather go into the substantive case. Koni no fair no afe ojugba adenche. Ima over the Toyota. Hey, me know you blow nyomo.
Ngleshie no be chake ke ya oje
Naga. Mo fẹ́ mo yojugba. So once again, can you basumoni o contributed text mommy hi ni nkebo abano. Ona nkebo abano keke uke ojomo chomo eba bele ebano.
Ina okay numo ni eba phone no court e rule lele e
yes, so agbe injunction na ni are seek against the no court take na ka injunction a grantee she court way Boni they sought to portray the case ake court take legimanche. That was not what the court said. Court take there is a substantive case ni esani no no a grantee injunction e ba sumo mo ko na bote case mi ni na kan case ojuba na kan jino ni court take so ishi there again final ni ang screen no mo fe mo ka okwa ni bole nche oka ni ake in no way the judge say ake Prince Asharku Quaye Mantse in any way shape or form.
Oh, me no mo na me kwa ke court take
so no jino ni wani mambie eba na agbene wani mambie eba na nukwali age no na me you je na kaini
okay ni ke ebe tumo numo taki no ekono
boli na gai no
no oti adioyo
oji awowo
oji awowo ne na kan no le fi o ni kan e ko e gba mi gbe
na kan case
ona ni se ne wele me ni je ameye je ga pe fi o ni ina me ni ame fi ame kuko na me fi ona ka ma je ni bi ona no ni penny yo mi ji be ni ame bo ni penny ne ni APP be and you know and they politics, that's the fact. No be ane ni Joma meba ni na boni ayo mache ni ne efite it's ani pay attention to it that is when waka sorry I kidnap manye ye dwan na me posa me tomo Asharku police foi
right
yo na no ni ni wi aka gbene kidnap we ba mi lo e ja aka gbene heni manche sani ya e be himeno oh anya ke le mama mlaka shini e fila ke manche mlaye e wonsani e ya no ni no eko eje ngbe heni gbe ni bi ya agbene isani eke gbe akwe eke gbe akwe aka agbene agbeme atula me tu ike dibi because of matemeje ye gan ni amipe ti agbene e ya no odi awowo oju e kan fe ma fe agbene ona boji ma fe che ni wo ka amenfe ma bi eneken onye otashi no fe din ye
that's right
onye o dabi enye sani san eneke wo che jeje ni kwemo na omo ene o here what ya me come we here chole e ja ke komo no na fi komo no na e faith mo no pa ami ni imagine fe no fe na me smo I hish ka fe no fe to mo no ni mlabe no ana wo e bo mama fe mo shu ake mla e tuni
right
no e woni man bi na e faith ko yo mi na me ame vote power na ha ko we ko dan na ke ha bu okay ye bo shishi ni enefe stile enefe ya no olololo e no be boba lo to lo boba
yep
esani ehime amoni ne enigbe nini ne ya le eyi kra ni me ni fi oni ehun le ake mla ko beni ba mo ami no amehi kai amefi shike e ba address ne ke na ni machine so te chake mo ko baba
right
ewo nakaji be ni mama sani fi eni e ka ke gbe na ni bi aya le ya le sani ekwe ni ni sanafi ko na fi ni mla tuni
right
ke moko yi no ni mla tuni wo fe wona ake mla ko kwa tuni ni ngene do na mete ni bonwo ba ogo no tashi ni okwa ni mla tuni it doesn't own a be tuni wo be mi le wo money uba mu yo fa ani moko wa ba
naga ese akuje o fa awan wo yi
mi de mi no nye mi
fa ne
no
wa elebo no
ya akuje
oh ma do yo te
dromo na akuje be mo fe mo yo ni ba lo
ni mo dromo na bolo ma we wale na we bien boni na le gan le chochurochi ga chochurochi wa ni we ba face more than that no ni bi ni nye gbeke mba iba shock ni fe onu meshi ni bi ni nye gbeke mba iba shock ni fe because no ni ya no fe ma na nche ni di ma Ghana ni woyo mi ni di le Greater Accra ni woyo mi
right
mla wo lo ke meni tuo ni mla ni fe mo ye amena keshi kedi amekani kwale Ngleshie ni aye gasani ata omo ba yi ame omo ni ba yi ame because ame noko eya na apart from ojo na ba try
right
noko eya no ye na me na shika ye di wo manche ma asani aye orubishi ewo amene nche na me yo je me amele ya na nukwale e kan aye ba amba stretch stanie akesane ba chomo sane ke orubishi ke be da na afeche ni akeshpo aba wuto na pa ke na ka maje ni biye orubishi so in other way they are doing business ni survive can cho wo pin momi bini wo pin agbe wo me pe hun survive ye mi
yep
orubishi ni ona kashi efio mi na pa ke in like game whether China ni wo yo ye me jo Japan ye mo no yo ye ga jo nle because ni bi fe ni obaka ni o fe ogbla mi ye game o ta fa je ko ya ko school po da onu ake ni tete eba ewe bofo na gbe na ogbla mi ye ga mi which is je mo fi mo ni yen fi ona ka tu ona ka nuko odu be se ni bi pi ro ba fe ke me fe ni ke me peta sa na ba yo no ko bi agisi wo ka ji aha news e ga na mi bofo tu ta mi no shite be ta ga me ka shi ke je me odu be se
yep
ni tete no amakabo ona agisi ni chumo no chuka ni bi fe ke ni bi ko ni ya no le mi si wa ni bi ko ba ke ina ke no ni kama ko fe to mo ete school fi o ne ba ye mp ke ni bi fe e dog your game because kadi news fa si game ska ye before me better we don't even know what is going on we don't even know
and kwale
we are just there what time me keke wole no ni ya no ka ska ko po ba ke akaba tu ma enu tumo mo ko le no ni po ni ya no Odu bisi. Ni nagashi nka kumo ni date ona slaga makete majeme. Kumo ka obranya bi ejewani ni aka achale ni ami na akwashika abone bote slaga makete me. Ni date onupa na ye shika slaga makete ke ebanye slaga makete to 5 times.
I agree.
I swear.
I agree. Yeah. No, you are no quality. Yeah.
Come on, shika ni aye slaga makete ye ebanye mama kete to 5 times.
I know for a fact. I'm a kebunuku check be. No, you on my piance no channel. I know in Konupako Basandi. I can't Danida Keshikaba. Ni Danida Danish government I mean aid now make Africa countries in terms of development. Danida. Slam market ne Akashikaba. Ni Akagbena. Ni Danida I mean fair audits na me kwe. Shikana keba ina kufuado time. Shikana me ha kena ke project share amenencha amenake adegba ye shika no ni amefo wa mo na me ke wa mi. So no you anu kwale. Danish government ameke shika akpaba because amenake shika na me ke ba ni akegbe jala na report na ke ha me da bi akeni share ego. So adegba ye shika yes.
Ajaska ke obe. Ajaska ona ke see these are some of the things you feel like I say, oh, Bemini, attack them keke. Come on, people, you attack them keke. No ni gamele no peji. Mene was smart and work a day like your poor bafi say. No ni gamele no peji about social media about show off. I can match my pictures. Can you about no you ni family? You people don't even think. Oda ni ame no ame tashi ni gacha here kame no ame do ame kama be complex she no ko ya no e gai e to me ya gai e wa ga ni nye gacha here mi ni pote enye ona ni date como nka amlalo sanikani bi be ona ka bele ma chayeli me amlalo ka fe I don't trust them e wa me in believe or come me bi ke watching
na gai
Obanyo male a obanyo ekutu pono okaye ni a hunwe shinke be ba she be na nche ba she aka be ni ayele elomie ayele yamumomi bia de cheme amefe abejomo because come no can na fe get here it's the same similar to what Chadama Alata case ni at the Supreme Court ewe kwa gashi Kevin G. Gamanche. Manche mena be ka bete sukun. Ni wo bua ma ka si mena me eleni. Mena me nya me do so me ke ame fi oni tomo court na te aye ke aka bia ke wini. Which they know. Oda which they know agashi court kamla enweshi agashi neke article ko mo kwa ke le G. Gamanche. Odi be Wakati waseko Adama Alata fe ready ne acha court say keka me no me for me akashi oh me what Adama Alata fe ne tane ne bagbe na no mo ke bo aka agbe na no mo ni ke bo aka agbe na oda e wada ne me akashi kumo me kumo manche me pie gani kumo me wonu ka ami ka fugbe ni no opportunity because ama me jomo amena ni wote me ko wogbo epo boy ama me ko nka amena ni wote me ko wogbo e mo mi nka mo fiam no o to ko na me wagbe mi mi nka na bo magbe bo alo ka se ma so no bo mla mi isole abro na wala no ka bagbe mi ma sole ni gbele kan la atabo odo no pin no na be fi afa ko ni wo gafe no ni ya no fe ko ni wo gafe ni bomo na anukwale ni tate anukwale ko be pe ni ba jaje gan yi
chale
ko anukwale ko me pe ni e ba jaje gan ni temene ame fi ame abonsan na me ka anukwale ne ame so na ba ngba anukwale yi si ame ka male ba gbo na me gbole mi e ko ba pin na ma chegbele ama chegbele po ni gbele ba ko ame na ba ka gbo ta je fi oda Odi musi ya kashi wache Asharku ko ne no de gaba social media ke ewi na ke gama ade je court No, yeah. Need to come into court. Now, court, court to near again. Now, before I come back, I say, Bodi, Ngleshie Mantse. There should be an evidence. Sanu will lie.
Yeah.
Ni naka wolo adi no sanu oppose ni wana judge ni yo sanu dey kwa ka Bodi Mantse.
That's right.
He can't even go back man. I go preach about Petedeme. That is rubbish. That's why ni dey no kan of je over patrol me akolo e court wolo ni. Judge is here.
That's right.
O mess up court ya gbede ka esi obo.
Exactly.
Ni dete come on. In the nofia no come on. Game woni e mo bofe. Come on. Game ni e mo bofe. Gana na yo. Game woni e mo bofe mo fia mo. Ni no ni wona. Come on. Come on. Ni ka gama agashi bia na shi ni wota na bo ni tele mi ya. Ka odomo shi na fite no ku e. Dan o ba sa e ba wa papa ya ke mo fia mo ya hin. Ona system move ke ya here.
Yeah.
Kaji waka mane ba fite ni e wo samo ba wa ha wo ba pia wo ba piko e ba to wa
Yeah, mobo.
ya ke si onyo ka ma ke o ba tag no ba ka si ga move forward e ka bro ba ta so o ba ke no ko ya na ka who are you then? Who are you? Are you helping the community? That
is the question. Yep. Yeah.
I know can for fair one I say, that be near what to be. So like I'm not telling machine get call blind be the one and I do she. I'm bana si kuno about go back my mom min ka bono.
Oh yeah.
Me ko ba prison. Come on, Oblanya be jigana ke Sangamaket. One touch ka bona ke Sangamaket. Come on, ameta mata ba for be me mi ka bonoko. Ka game first small, game Oblanya be small. Ameja one na aka ata ska bona able to Sangamaket be. Inka come me kwe abana heart attack. Ale ba for me no ke ska na ye ke e ba ma Sangamaket mo 5 mi ka bonoko. Yes, still like you are supporting this count.
Yeah.
That's what me afu.
Is Yani wafia one phone call again. Waku was a waba again. Waka wani femo eba na agbi. Nya wakwa wache ekumi ni ike basumoni ike wo contribute nya watwale. Uncle Sam yebi Uncle Sam anan. Uncle Sam Jeme waya enyoy waya Uncle Sam anan kagbene nani waya Uncle Sam amatefiu wancha Uncle Sam anan okwake eba sumoni ame wali ba share no lo text me eche biameni imbu second part of the show fmo like eba sumoni it contribute so there you have it like I said any abagbe case na here case na here if any eba kan kemba bi ma kan de ma once again any regional house I'm against okay Uncle Sam Toyota
Yo do wow
impa ofa no jai pa no awon we
yo antete
papa
afio ko ni ma wieji ne case ne ni Adama Alata no say
nagai
ona boni ni yo
yeah
ni cafe onupa ni tra jeme ke sort bi elente kwa ina amefe me fi agasi buri ji oji o wole ha boni ni yo
yeah
ni na dan kwale ye ni ba che case na ni gan jo tu ne ni blasa ni se tu ne buri ji wo ona ni awon che wo kanya kana wo fe wo what is you koi ya ko kwa pola de wo use shi adem
nagai
yes te wa kusu fe ke abrake ni bi ni dan ni nka wo no ni na ta ni wo ba we ni na ewo nye ona ni ba na ga yes not running a 9 pence. Any man na kan se ke go be mba ye ko Ana boni ni yo.
Mhm.
Won ka be ni yu anu pa le fi o. Ona. Amale ni ye yu onye fi ofe, won ka be na eto onye.
Right.
Amale ni fi, kwa ni kwa be na eto ni ye fi te gbe ke bi ni ba ye se. Amale ni pa ni ye ya do anya ke repent. Ni anya ye se. Ona. Woni bi ni ba ye se ho akonu ko pepe.
Nakai.
Okay. Omi iwe pie ne ka amebotwe onukpa ni tra no fe ba hi han.
That's right.
Wonkaji minta mabi no ko bepa ko onukpa he fe ni yo de mene. Ni ne ke ni ta go to raye aga onumo. Ni te kwe da na wobo. Je bodi bono sa na obodi boni sa no ye manche. Ni pisa ba keke. Ni nsuma da ni nsuma da bala je wo. Ni ka na ke no mo wo papo. Wo ni ta go to. And that's two simple things than in anything. Need to find in Kajawa. Country.
I know. I want to. Oh, I don't want to. All right. Okay. All right. My job.
Bye.
All right. Cool. All right. So, now we'll try a couple more people again. What about chat was Sunday? No. Our favorite. Yani. Okay. Numo Malik. Boli. Be back blani biani. So, what about school? Now okay. Numo Malik. Abak mano. What about school? Fio. Numo Malik. Ele boli. Ke back pa no. If I educate you on the law. Numo. Thank you so much once again. Papa, Omanya Blawo. Fane, education, I know. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
On the legal point.
Isha. Go on. We appreciate you so much.
His first comment there was saying that Heikono Yakeshi was there an admission.
Okay.
Whether the defendants have admitted a guilt. That wasn't the case.
Okay.
The beginning of that statement, there's a 3 dots.
Okay.
And at the end of the statement, there's another 3 dots. The respondents were rather quoting what the applicants are, the averments.
Okay, what they were averring. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
They were rather quoting it.
Okay.
And quotes
right. Right.
And they are also relying on that statement to say that is frivolous.
Right. Okay.
So the respondents are saying the entry of the name of the fourth defendant or something.
Yes.
3 dots beginning, 3 dots end.
Exactly. So, you are right.
It's not an admission, but rather it's a point they are raising to show that what the applicants have brought to court is frivolous.
It's frivolous. Okay, got you.
It carries no weight and it has no value.
Okay.
And the end, the ruling that the court gave, the court rather adopted the position of the respondent by saying that I'm a case and I'm a bar is frivolous. The court, as you see, the game of the court is evidence.
That's right.
So, court ni only evidence to be prima facie. Even on the face value of the case, to convince the judge, actually, okay, there's a matter to be heard. Even though the final evidence case is very interesting. Let's enter and then let's see what the outcome will be.
That's right.
If your face value case value, it carries no the control it away.
Throw it away. That's right.
So in application for injunction, any applicant take a bar. But they also have to weigh the benefits and the harm that this application will cause to the party. And you get a grant injunction. What benefit will it bring to you? Will it cause any harm to the applicant?
That's right.
The applicant relied on
exactly.
to establish a point. But that point is
exactly
is vexatious.
Yeah, that's what the judge said. Exactly.
And
Yeah, okay.
you can't pass this argument in court. I grant no kwabo bagbo.
That's right. That's right.
It's a threat. No, if you are making a case as a lawyer and you are putting these things into your case, to me, the main case will be thrown away.
Right. Okay.
If the applicant will be going on that
tangent, okay.
Importing things that have no grounds. Another issue of concern in realize they are relying on the mandamus application.
Right.
The court gave a mandamus, granted the mandamus application. The grant of the order, the file fee. And at the same time, and they also filed
a stay of execution.
But the position of the law is that filing an appeal alone does not constitute a stay.
That's right.
You have to accompany the appeal with a stay of execution. You don't just wait over there. You need to serve the parties who are concerned the notice of the stay of execution. By serving them alone, you don't need the court to move the application before the person abide to the stay of proceeding, stay of execution.
Right.
Once not servable, the stay automatically, then you need to abide by it.
Right.
Until the court will determine it either way. Now, looking at some of the applicants are listening. But to me, they have also not demonstrated whether they served them on time.
I think the last case they actually were able to prove I'm a survey before the entry was made. I think national case case any afali Kumasi High Court against the National House of Chiefs. I'm a provide dates any they were actually served before I'm a enter Prince Bear register me. They said that on there.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm also trying to raise is who are the parties to the mandamus application? It was between the applicant and the traditional council, or is it the regional house of chiefs, right?
Yes. It was the
Ngleshie Alata
traditional council. Yes, it was Ngleshie Alata traditional council. I actually have video. Let me see if I can find it.
So these are the parties. If my memory set me right.
Right.
Now, who appealed that decision? To be the traditional council.
Right. I'm sure I can. Yes, it was. I have documents in here. Let me see. I can get to it real quick. Because so I want like education. Ni wakwe me appeal. Let me see if I can get to it whilst you're on the phone. Bear with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So far, I know whilst I look for
these are the two parties to the suit. Actually, the traditional council, the applicant, many were the parties in the suit. In this current case, what is the position of the two applicants in the initial case?
Okay.
Are they fighting each other in this case? It sounds like Ame Muamehi. It tells you that you are heading towards losing that case.
Okay.
Because money are filed in here, which is the registrar. It's an administrative body. The registrar is the head, not the acting chief. what do you call it? The acting president. Administrative
Right.
So where the main point is whether the procedural what do you call it? Filing of the stay of execution. That is where the substantive issue.
Sure, yeah. Right.
Your KG applicant will go in this tangent to me. I'm sorry, Agashi. This I will not be surprised that this case will be thrown away.
Okay.
In Olenoku, wo Ngleshie Alata. KG aja kwa time ka hu kwa shibia ni. Frame na ba wole man never tano na lazy. That face court processes.
Right. Right.
Kan mo nye se ewa tano. Kan mo nye se hu ba pole.
Tabakole.
I think that thing must change. We have a good succession planning.
Yeah, Ngleshie Alata.
When it comes to appointing or installing chiefs.
Right.
We have a good succession planning. But unfortunately, we need to build good institutions.
That's true.
No, many is all correct.
I agree.
Why is it so? Because we don't lay the foundation very well.
That is true.
It's a kingmaker. You are quite this person needs help. When you go to other jurisdiction, I respect your kingmakers, Mantse.
That is true.
Because you know, to me. Mantse she kept out a tongue. You make a na wolenga dan do ban Mantse bande display kenye nga wo sia ni kenu ya de abo nga wo twe.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
See, me no Mantse me na wole amele fe wo. Okunye challenge le. Be no challenge ole.
Yep.
Meanwhile, money wo bu you are under him. Ele kan mene tabu.
Yeah.
So me ma appeal akeshi Mantse jibo onupa jibo. So be papa no ka wo bunju, a chok be papa no ka wo bunju we. It's high time we do the right thing. Komo koni ojaje ni bi. Na fe ye o se mistakes konkra kaba. When the citizens start to see, okay, you are doing the right thing, probably they will accept you.
Right.
Even though in their mind, I'm like, papa no but let's start to do the right thing. No konijo no ya call. For calling to machine.
That's right.
So, this advice is to Gamenupai, the Manchame. I'm a quick machine. Oba hekwe, Mobake, Bawa Manue, over his dead body, a Keshkam Bawa boy.
That's right. You are right.
Because you will not help a man, allo, Monekele Jessia, Ekelebano. Because come on, Bawa boy, Bolebeke, a fight Ibo, Ebo say, one and yes, you majority of it, Jim and me.
Yep.
You want to man bien, it's all right.
Dabi.
It's never right.
Yeah.
In the Mantse many Obani, a Mantse who. What do I got Mantse who? simple as it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But once you have man be
Mm-hmm.
okay, feel cool, be free.
Right.
Or me, my advice, woman, Jamaica, one no pie.
Mm-hmm.
If no ta, no lack and no fear, Jenny Papa,
Mm-hmm.
you still have time.
Yeah.
To change your ways,
Nakai.
do the right thing.
Nakai.
Only man be a mommy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I can say, what built the institutions? He make and say, I thought he could papa harm.
Mm-hmm.
They should put them on me to me. Traditional authorities, they should put them on salaries.
Do you know that there is actually a local government act there? A provider, all of these,
Yes.
they would sani amena shika. They should be paid from to like AMNK proceeds. There is actually a law for that. Honor where any sana amenini anya shika noni akwame. Like I said, like you said, they should be on salary. Ni afe no na afe ame koni neke majani bi nefe. But ameti ame kome they still look. We are dealing with the people. Need to mobeno they do not really care about the ordinary people. Ni you are the life. They don't care. Noni.
Yeah, exactly. Obama ni Rome kante na enye job. Na esusu shipon.
Yep.
Bi na ba fe na kan. Ke ya job mi obla yan bi ka te na ba han le ko.
Dabi.
Na ba han le nche wa ka ko nu mo bo no ka wo hi. Ke wo ira don ke wo hi.
Yep.
There should be accountability.
There should be accountability. Absolutely. There should be accountability. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
No, you are only an occupant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are occupant of the stool.
Yep.
Does not mean that you own the stool.
Mm-hmm.
You are serving your people.
That's it.
Okay, what accountability measures have you put in place?
Yep.
Me,
Right.
A chunk of it must come to the aid of the citizens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not monkey, Maja Chemeko, Kusun Fele Kume, my own salary.
Mm-hmm.
No, my bende letter in it. Mancha Come quotation, so GP 20. If I can't pay minty, one no chair, and you kabashi at Gemino, I feel minty, Kabapales, I feel minty.
Right.
No, need to think of our dear.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Anima kande no kone ni okwe. Ni date say come no search I feel the last time. So this search was done 26 September 2025. So okwe date say any or no in terms of noni first of all in our Wulu Ekome, I wanted to show you that because one thing here you were so a process actually I followed the stay of execution actually a process no 29th right of the same day ni I filed a court I think 10th June 2020 actually court stamp 2020 so I'm believing that is when it officially went into the records 10th June of the same year so 29th and I file it now ke okwe date ni National House ke Prince be wo near me it is 19th June 2024 so which was at least 9 days after now alele before the standing committee 20th June 2024 again 10 days after bona ni enter into the register 21st June so 11 days after ni apply like tomobeno chon I file for a stay of execution if we just going by the way the day ni court stamp like may receive it. So all of these were done. The opposition to it were done a couple of days before Kla Nekeni be no.
Okay. ruling this recent ruling. Okay, the mandamus order was given on 29th.
Yes. That same day, I may apply.
Now my file for
for appeal and a stay of execution. Yes, on that same day.
They appeal on that same day.
Yes.
And then they
apply stay of execution. On that same day.
That the people were going to win.
That's right.
And to me, well.
So in your case, shouldn't that have stopped if they've done this on the same day? Ruling shouldn't that have stopped these entities from going ahead and processing the documents?
Your court ni a grant ruling. I junction against your studio practice don. Ani only one hold. Ni win case or win injunction no can yamotation. Often my fair court to train me, you may not know.
Okay.
When I found something to not be got to your attention
until later on, exactly.
Yeah. So where the day to be start counting is the day service.
Okay. So if even court is stamp like in the 10th June, it would not matter until I serve you more officially. It will not start counting. Until I serve you more officially.
The court stamp you see was the day you register that application in court.
Yes, that's right.
That the registrar of the court received
it exactly. Yes,
and starts to process it.
Right.
So that will be at your blind side. You wouldn't know.
Okay.
That such a thing has been filed.
Okay. Okay.
Now in the wisdom of the court, mere filing of an appeal
it's not a stay on itself. That's right. That's right. So based on your explanation, where any nearby was a date, not a prince was allow defendant saying this is were served. Okay, that is when that's when I've been about going cannibal. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
About going cannibal. About move motion.
About move motion, yeah, court. That's true.
He has stayed it automatically. So that these two things.
Right.
The motion will be heard by the judge. The judge will either grant or refuse the application.
The application. So
it's discretionary.
So are you saying Keji neke stay na apply? Appeal na I hear then all of these need affair, even though these parties they've been served. Because I hear
yes,
judge rule one way or the other a county.
Yes.
Is that what you are saying?
The judge ruling it counts.
Okay.
Once it's pending, once the stay of execution is
it's pending, right?
You have to abide by it.
Okay. So be any near your this service date
to be served.
Service date any near
your exactly. Exactly.
Got you.
Because I can go and file it in your absence and you may not know. And then you'll be acting on the ruling.
That's right.
The mobile contempt. Yeah, file stay still chuni. How will you know if I filed it?
That's right. Got you. Yeah.
So it must be served on you.
It must be served on you. That's right.
But it doesn't need to be moved.
That's right. That's right.
You know, sometimes the one you can junction file injunction, never serve the injunction. Serve injunction can't serve no poor. In some instances, say poor. Sunny who abide by the injunction, even though I move,
you go right.
Yes,
right.
Because you may be doing something that will bring that will interfere the court processes.
That's right. So
that's the position.
Ishe. Thank you so much once again for your education. Once again,
you're welcome.
Alhaji Malik. Anytime That's right. Thank you so much. Right. So there you have it. Wana mingblamo pi dienche ni akebane. Two more calls. Gagbene imba pandele no ekom. Oh man, I love the law. It's such a good thing. Law ngoi, rough. I'm telling you. Law ngo papa. Ebe go get wage law ngo gavuida. Law ngopi. Law ngopi. Two more calls again. What back? Hello, man, Christy. Over to your thing. Yeah, you are drum away or juba. I'll find no jai pano.
I think Noni Ekufuado started. It was a conspiracy against the Ghanalands. And I tell many a week. Number use I make a close one. Jackie ni Adama Tulu ye ni Adama Tulu ni nekeni bi ne wonu he ni dia ni wona bona agashi konji ni connection between ni Taki Asante Hini the so-called East Legon Chikateme.
Right.
It's a conspiracy. And the conspiracy, I mean, I can make me. I'm back most gasmoji. What Miss Moami? He was sunny. I'm a dent. I met our many. I'm a week. Ni I'm a wame. I'm a damn few. Ona. I'm a push. I'm a head. Bonunchi. Ni ke I'm in Chunutumo. I'm in Nutumo. Ape mlamla.
Right.
Nkano send boni minister NDC minister ke biane ke spojie Ghana spojie akaba system no one can send boy ya ke system mi agbene chairman yojibo ni ole akesi o family small ye bi obanyo trade Bona. It was no honey can but just the brief part of the land near
yeah, that's right.
Yes. You know one can have
right.
And information saying you know
That
see not interesting to why would the Kufad want to put Bekenune Jenny? Bekenune enyanyo Asante Hini. Mokone Hikoga ni elega kusum. You don't want a man. That makes him weak.
Yeah.
Ona. Me feel like she gasiponi kasi mo fe mo hienku. No he wo ameta wo na amehaniga neke mene ye mancha a place come me teke me je pele o here. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
No, it's a conspiracy. Just to get the land. See, it's sunny. A blantai ko bla ye. One we will fight the thieves.
Right.
One wish. And then horse now we are also fighting the market was small Hana. One wish. Nyeni oblano ko I think was it Saturday ni ekesi areas ko me gan for can Chinese be me Ghana you buy a China na nye his small Ghana yeah China they was here okay team man you supposed to come up with no koni ofe work away ba wo mi make you mo Jimmy mo say okay wo fe work away ba wo mi akesi look wo hana hospital jin Nona one ta na abu apunta Danica Bahu now. Well, that's my little contribution.
Ishe. Thank you so much. My job. Right. So once again, like I said, Minda Alhaji Malik. Anytime, very, very insightful. Anytime, I'm glad for this platform. Look, we are going to be better for this. Bona. So Bomadeni, continue to support the platform. I appreciate you so much. So once again, about a substantive case, I can actually find that out. It is the service date that actually matters. When was the defendants served? Maybe ni a serve ame. That is a very, very crucial point. Ni esani wakwe. Ke a file no kwe court na serve bwe ole. Bona. Ka plan it ke often ole. So keji all of these institutions say a serve ame, then sando nake so far applicants say but I'm a case say very shaky. But if they were able to prove I may serve all of these people before then I went ahead. Bona ni I may process the documents then the applicants have a say. And of course, like you know, no ni baba, I will come and say it. If the applicants lose, ni Prince Asharku Buskwe wini, maba matabie, ni makande fema habo, kono no liagelele, case na mekete against Prince Asharku Buskwe, I may lose. You understand what I'm saying? So all the cases say SCCJ, ke boni fe ko ba gbe na, nke ba chombo nya what one more person, okay, what ba ti actually ten what ba panel no okay what one fe mu e ba na gbe Uncle Sam amate few okay ba we nya what Uncle Sam anan ya ne ba twa Uncle Sam amate few what ba twa le ni wakala na sande ba.
Hello.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
Yes, 90.
Manya bla.
Top the tally.
That's right.
Ne. What's that about the Alhaji Malik?
That's right.
About whole Pakistan. But not a lot of people like him on the platform. Yema people like you is society in one like
That's right.
A year about getting good institutions. Not gonna a year about accountability.
That's right.
Mas one me home stress na yema ne ya me feel. Maybe Ghana Ghana problem yo je Ghana kasi Ghana the whole in general. What problem is that thing? No one have my power or have absolute power. Ne to mabane blavo absolute power corrupt
absolutely.
That open our constitution that president power now it is just too much.
Because we have an executive, we have an executive form of presidency.
I bet Bakunona about no, I can hold the responsible. Come out of my example, she come out of my Akufado. Near say mistake, Shahale power attacking the president, no, and yet now hold the responsible. Take a long time.
Yes.
3 years alone.
3 years or so.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is that? That Quaye Mantse. And I have so powers accessing I say, if you no go gentle, I can't Mantse. Minimum. If a mistake, maybe next year, it's better no. It's an funny way I can call it. Shabaka Mantse. That was about Wulomono. Your money a career, I will never sign it on a time. Never any benefit, a car Wulomo. Many powers, Wakahane with Banane. Got to the regional house of chiefs.
President Ngleshie Alata, all the power to me Zakasianchi. Can you know where? I bet that could not about hold the responsible. No, you know, chat, Namaji President Abu Dane.
Neo Davio Willinji.
I knew that you will achieve. They play that's all it. Zamalaka no can be maybe I know. That could be not about hold them responsible. Why? No, we need good institutions to hold these people responsible.
That's right.
What can't get any cat and I'm a cobe. In short, non-matter jacket. Feel no understand the jacket. Won't apply 16th century laws to a 20th century audience.
Right.
It will not work. We are now in maybe and it's an attack.
That's right.
We jacket. Kusuna none about ya, imagine. Maybe and I attack.
Yeah.
It's an attack. Okay, example. Namajo or Asafacha, Aska Okawa Asafacha, Asafacha, legislator of the world. It's okay, Ekonaka, like Blapunia, Abaka, Legio Minister of Defense.
Right. Our Minister of Defense, Aquashonche. Aquashonche is our Minister for Defense.
Oh, Aquashonche. Okay. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
And then Namo leader, okay,
Be Aquashonche, le no le samono, legi pretty much le belebanye ko bule na kai. Aquashonche,
okay.
le leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make ake ni mankata.
Ni manga yeah, le ga asafuache. So she le asafuache me ame ye Aquashonche shishi. Bona.
I'm a Aquashonche.
I'm a follow under the Aquashonche department.
No, okay.
Right.
No, tomo. Ani mena owanyo ka kesmenshi. Mena meka ayata, drone ta ayata. Bravo chama arusa chama je karpe kuwo. Je gbam hewale akayata.
That's right.
Mena drones ka joma akayata.
Yeah.
Ani bo oba set mankata ne drop line habu. No agara bi kabaya bu ni. What our beme? Many banya no kama wo positions. Good positions. Today, any man, a papa, long time, well, not good money about it. When I never feel chucky.
That's right.
Contribution into our
Oh, Uncle Sam. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know what job. I legend. How have you that way? I legend.
Yeah. People, you want to nipa lawyer drum na I mean following no fear.
That's right.
I'm going to if you get into what Malik Twisan, and the law aspect of non yano to be is come along. Any trauma about on Cassini Gajan, but I mean, well,
no, that's right.
I think I say insight sneak about that day in and day out there. If you want
that's right. That's right. That's right.
August, I got a drop plan. I mean, my cat, I drop plan.
I knew you would go there. I knew you would not shut up on that.
I wore that. I wore. I can't war. No, I don't. One cat. Yeah. Even that. We quite hello, man. That is very people I draw. I can write plan. What August, you go 1 minute why? That's what we do. I can't that I think I war. I don't want to drop. I drop.
Oh man. Oh man. Ya wacha ni la te no go ejigege wo ga woni fe mo e ba na gbe o ma ni akuche ke wa ba gbe na ngbene ya wacha ni la te no go eje yeah is it impa over no jai pan no
Yo, me ha mo fe mo manye. Ingre ni bomla. Imba no o papa Malik jeme. But educate wo alenche. Every need to take me like up no jogo ha me be jogo na ba ani bi ami.
That's right. That's right.
Ni wakase ni.
Nagai.
Ni if you are adakọ you know go akashi. I have the powers too much ni anyeni ekolena hold na tampa.
Right.
Ke manche me. Ewoku no pa ajeme. Mlaye. Se kole weku me le. Bono shi mlaye in testable ko
In a chat session.
Ha. Nika woku no pa lo manche. Ame shibona ame kwano. Ya ame no ni.
Dabi.
Bono shi woku no ni.
Right.
E wote manche oya manche ni taplache manche ho shipon. Ni ekele kenkwe nga ke biye. Woku no ya hegbe ne kloshi ne ke manche ya court.
Right.
Laka no ka woku no pa. Le hu efe laka le hu ya hegbe. Wokele ya court. Shi nani ya ba di be PM mambi alo woku me amele.
Right.
Alo aru amena ke tie. Ewu ameni. Iwo chegbe ya ke manche ba ya court. I can't live in opponent and you can call it about Billy.
That's right.
He will be a fee kula. One she knew I had a mechanic, na make a few and I'm a few. She got a blabe. Mlaye, this I know for Mlale by you. She call him for so mla. Mla tuni.
Right.
The honor Benini. One quafai, Kono Keme, Tomo Malika, but now back to Anibia more.
That's right.
Koni Mambi Ali, I'm a right.
Nagai.
Wukume Ali, I'm a right. Right in it manche yo like I know but wokudu boy like I right a difference kwano.
That's right. That's right.
But honor ni ka hospital di hu administration ye wokumi na ke hospital de manche hospital ayemeni ya ngano ni amako hospital ni ayemeni ka ba na ba tashin mena ke ko ba dan ba ha me ke ni bi cho le ke gbedi ano ne se me ato gbedi ano omo.
Right.
Shimene manchele chenye ya afu de no ni e akran tape ni. Ona veli ni yo. E wo ka wole right komento wele anye na shishi wo. Shika wole ele be gbo na ne leke so aba shishi wo.
Right. Right.
E wo so I should be
over you. Eradon. Akuje. O eje me. Over no na gbe yue mo. Okay, Oga Kuche eje me lo. Right. So one our resident legal person, Lady Alaji Malik, or resident, Lady TV, resident legal person. Anything legal, Benjali, if I ever educate you, Ojugba. So thank you so much, Alaji Malik. Greatly appreciate you. Akuje, over I want way.
Yo, wanda onyeminu Alaji shi. Lele anytime ni ewa bie yani wakasi ono performance chaki yo ni beme comment mo Alaji me ewada ni uname because these are the people they keep things the owner aleni kikaji odomo sakwa they can never deliver it to you.
That's right.
Yes, yeah, nakabemele ewa o wanda shaka bikagbiana na ke obas that's
right.
Ni kenukwe enye correct owo. Ondaleshi wa denche. Wache me ba yue mo di point ko be to mla ni akeha cheme ke ni bien ni dete. Mla fe mla ni eyo manche yeli mi ke boku mi fe ni dete eye. Eye pepe. Ya ke sano bi ake blema no ni ya no bi anebe e ya no blema manche yele mi e ya no e ya ke simi blema manche yele na yo aye kotobra ake kakatichi ba ye manche.
That's right.
Mla ye manche na abubu e Manche Blanche Pona Babu Boy Blanche or Lagashi, Chemen and Cheni Wobo Lenche, Oye Ameshishin. I'm controllable. I'm controllable. A war canoe, but Onyempo, Oba no can manche, Elwe Yamanja keke.
That's right.
Because meaning, manche a man, he cannot come na a can me, a can Yamoya ha, many me Kabaha, Yamanjano.
Yeah.
Yeah. She be no one na ni eto one any if you tomo ake wale wamede tuma ake wale wo kwamede amede nche na me ko ame wale ka wamede na ame kan feno ame ka feel
yeah
no na me use of amede nche ame ka kachichi powers na me ka feel
yeah
odum se ya ga si manche me pi na ame ba ye gbe papa no manche me pi no na me fe ame ba ye gbe papa no e ko me ho ame support amale Mukoni support amalie enye kwese no ne baga gashi e ani ajaje ni dabi baja e repent baja lenche e take ejomo odumishi oda ne no ani gani oje me bibi pie ne ba wa hawo ni ko ba nyo ta ya gashi me na me support amalie te ba fete e ba ba gashi be ba yue anukwale ndoko be crash be ba shewo mo odumishi because e ka ba yue anukwale ke mesne ka male lo nye beje ba onyo ba kewa ke enanu kwale ni biro wana amale lo no kele nyeke ya kemba dabi it doesn't work like that
dabi
ona nie etuni naka ya ga shimini kuma wache Asharku Bruce and ne ani Ngleshie bi ame ke ni oni da so won nchi ke obi agashi ame wo manche na ame manche le ne ani Ngleshie bi efe na kan ani Ngleshie bi ameke amagashi na me manche na manya me sale ka wo je me ne me Ngleshie bi ni kele me Ngleshie onu gbad ba kele mini wo lo yo hi ake na wo manche ni wo Ngleshie ne wo fe wo nu shi wo kan Ngleshie bi kana kan no ko ba ko bo ni obe evidence here automatically akaji chepapa takwa che oka o to ni bi ajaje sanu na akaji there's a problem because woman no shall like obey evidence kwa gashi Ngleshie bi ga mena like the right man check because there can be a fair as a president but obana evidence ka wojini kai bi ada shi wata le ka abi what that so le tagashi enye wo loko point tagashi Ngleshie bi ame clear ame fele fam ya gashi what Asharku Bruce like Ngleshie man check enye na ka wololo I don't back our plata na type na agba social media. Ni tete sani wasole abaka ona ge nke sani wasole ona ge wacha ko ba yue ona ka si the winning get here and mo fia mo shegbe because chameni yo je ni ayu amesane they are bad kings e chapeloi ona si tabi ekome denche amegbi omo ye sipo omo dana ambaba me ye manche be e waka be ye manche na agbebo eleje saneni because he's in eyami omo
that's right
eyami omo noko NFL mobo the only thing that I'm hide you behind I'm a pure
yep
kabe ba ngono ke kaka beto no ka meta me yawu ye e wo be na to mo fe mo segbe ye mo fia mo segbe ye
right
e wakaji waka wa ya manche wo ya lumo e ni man bi se gbe na ba yu anu kwale e be ni kate be mbe odomo mo be mbe odomo
yep
because esa abayin man ni manche be man bi ba se gbe akeko yu anu kwale kwalo no ko ya no na yin e aba agbebo ni lele aba agbebo nko ka ko na yin aba agbebo lojuno ni ya no
that's right
lojuno ni ya no automatically be nyemanche control ma fe you are all killers but me gbolo dinye ya ke ya you Manche ko sane na ba gbe me because of Manche wala ba plan me because of Manche wo be Manche is part of it Granny Manche de be kakumo anyway I'm happy ka wa me because it's no ni ya no je me to bono papa you aba boshia aba agbebo aba femu ne ko nye mami no ya jobo ya ke finu o ya anu kwaleko na anu kwale ya sabanche ko he manche ba tutu me ni ko nye fia no ata ni tapato aso yin fi o je me aba fia aba wan ton ke ni bi je me come on tafa bi ni ka gbo gan aba fura go ke am ka wade ka mi ka aba fura go ka mi gba afura go ka wade ka na am ka agbe ga gbo aje mo wo ko numo nyemi nda mo fia mo shi o yi wa don wa den che won da won nyemi alaji shi ko mo ba ni le mo ni ba gbla mi ke cho wa den che to yi wa don
our resident legal expert Alhaji Malik wa anytime ni baba no madoma o find anyone wo keke waka wani fe mo e banagbe
yo nyete akuche ewie sen akuche ewie sen wanda lawyer Malik shi ni wanda mofia moshi akuche ewie sen ni kemuna o be no
nakai ishe min danye fenshi ake nyeba fita we mene wo baba biye wo baba yu egbese sande benye kayo ake me kome cheme kome ke sane kote traditional council against the ngbese ake mi ake aye update ko na ke baba nwe wo nya wo fi ale wo bona because of mene ene wo shwe mintan wo feel Ngleshie but I wanted to give this thing out ni the share ruling no boni nyeba na ke ni fe show and promise nya ke the share ruling no mama kande ma nya ni na ngeli so I have to stick to my word so wo nke niam baba ni eba wo update ni yo na kan no agbeni we wana ke ni afe atukpa Mantse yala ni gontin ni eyo atukpa bia ne declare alo cheme declare la ke leji atukpa Mantse keje ba kaye no mi sane ko waje Supreme Court ni no mi court ni gbese win case ko ye appellate court ina get Supreme Court Supreme Court ke appellate court be jurisdiction ni ibaya na kan sane e mi no sane ake sane ya the traditional council because na kan no divisional case sane na yo no sane ya traditional council now ake sane take traditional council mini juno ni ajepo eje me wo ma ni ole agbene nwe nye ba kai ake omo wa be ami gidi femo fi o ko ba no ye ti actually te Osha forte right Osha forte ni nyenani nomo basa kofi o baje me meji gbe te na video ko ni efe to ma atashi ni ajure ona between ni odawulu ke woche fe maka chole ni apia ametashi inana ametashi dabi je ni odawulu excuse me ni odumbulu le eno odum ni odumbulu she inake ni odawulu invite two parties ni ametashi ni ameyure na kansane you understand what I'm saying so no we wakeniamo pa baba no ni wo bi like miniji no ni ele ye na kan no so what ba fe show ni ole ke wo fe show Sunday e mean na ke Monday say wo fe show so wo ba fe show e bi e wo but Monday wo fe show you understand what I'm saying so what obaba bi ni obaba fe show shout outs to you ma wo Rosa shout outs to yes of course Mofemo appreciate wo legal expert Alhaji Malik as always so benyele anytime ni oba gba neke mlami sande agbere na ganji bono afi ke ko gbe mi no ngmale ne botemi da ke oba discuss ni bi ne ba na ye mi ke ba ke e ba educate wo so once again thank you so much Alhaji Malik for your legal expertise ni da ni okeba ha wo min da nyefenshi nyumo ajo nyefen once again min kpabo fai o fai na keji okay o donation e bako wo final stretch me last week ni won solicit for wo fund say towards our project so chemeka nyeme min kpamo fe mo fai o fai na keji okay ono bako bomode ni okay ono aba ni tumoboni nkobu keji agbesane na this particular substantive case ni jeje ke ibasumo ni aya mie nkobo aga mie pushi mo ko agenda ye bie keji ate ni awe Prince Asharku Buskwe mama tabie ni makane fe mahabo ake Prince Asharku Buskwe eye na kanke se ni ke fe na kanjo makwa ke Prince Asharku Buskwe ke we bi ame ba heli mi lo kemba tabie ka ye ha me ni mba tabie ni nkane makwa ke Prince Asharku Buskwe we bi ye ame ba heli mi lo na kan no ame ba fe video ko na me ka ke ni tete put Ngleshie Alata together lo. You understand? Me pushing mo agenda hi. Me nsumo anu kwale. So if any ball e ba gbe kemba tabie makane fe e amambie na me ba na makwaka na kan gbile ke mfe show e Prince Asharku Buskwe ke we bi ke aye ame that is ke aye ame ni mfe show ni batabie ni you na kan gbile makwaka ame ba ma article na me ba praise mi lo makwe ma de ma fa no to you enugo.
Yo me
Oh papa okay akujo over there ya no.
Niele nakanji boni yo.
That's right.
Akeni I'm small anukwale we more. Ni onagashi egba me piano gashi how do you know all these things?
Mhm.
Me pini am tagapo ni bi ni okay come on I'm a banker na I'm a capacity for my bank na ka no.
That's right.
I'm menye sekeke to I'm menye sekeke.
Mhm.
Odibishi mukoni ka sport no wol pongo che ele ni sport to ke ina ne kale nye keke ka ba le 500 Ghana lo 600 Ghana be no ebo so
No, that's why ebo Kenya.
no ki ona ni di won pa fai wo fe ni wo yo bi anu kwali pe ni ka wona pe to enjoy baba
Na kai.
No, without anu kwali you can never have peace. Enemi to ni eya gama fe to emi agashi ka adwa agashi o efe no ko o bele e batano da bi ka anukwale eje egbo there's no going to be a peace. Kwale enemi di peace ko o ka anukwale bape be agbere $20
baba that's right.
More atmoneta no jo anukwale eje po e wa agbere ma be ba oloroko be bia ne anukwale one for four na ga ndeke bone yale wosni wokọ boni wo fe wa nini aya.
Yep.
One part watch Asharku Buskwe fight ni sene ina video ko ni ete palace
right
sanie aye ko atako
dabi
ene me ko o fe pe it's a very very dangerous.
Yep.
Onumisi because dan Ngleshie ni kasi la ne kate ka o afa mistake no mo abagbo basa.
Yeah.
One power chair fight e ka domo ne ke court nurse and ni ebaka gashi no wo be legit manche ni ebaba palace ni no ba create another no ko one qualify
right
ka Tony eye manche ye ankwale ke dolemi e ke kakachichi akaba ye manche
yep
ka aye saniata na a declare le akele ji Ngleshie manche esane ye Ngleshie manche wo fe wo ba tabe wo ba ji no fe ba support le
pepe na kan pepe
ka mukomba ne ba attack le wo japo o ke mo ba no social media akele ji mona declare akele ji manche.
That's right.
No manje bra of
yeah. So chame kenye me nye fenye you wala don tumo beni kenye wo okay ma do mo fa ne botomomi.
Oh daddy.
Okay. No gbelo here so lack of asmo no you. So fine wo obaba bie bona wo obaba bie eke wo ba yue gbese sane ni bie tene imba fe show e bie so updates ne by here isani nke habo ona boni ne yo and that is why we will do the show tomorrow when we kwake engbeji any updates e kan agbene to mo be ni nke obo we final stretch me we fundraiser week ne wa bomode I think week ne it's been a long while ni wana donations kechala no na kan week ne one of 5 donations kechalado so nya ne wo finish hard ona boni ni yo ni work be na in about 2-3 weeks aka mi aka gbege bi e ma hagbe very soon so ka me hagbe no wo ba bo enu chubo boni afe ni bi amina ma aka me gbeli ogbe work be na kan no na you understand what I'm saying aka mi aka mba break briefly so about take na kan advantage eke wo ke tunu chumo ke work be na abone ncho ba na ke we've put your money into good use. Last year, unge video said chobo. Afine lewe obani asha video ojogba koni bodi enchona before boni library yo eka gbene ke wok bena hu boni ejike bo lenche ko compare side by side eh bo lenche ona ke wo bomode watchuni next year wo ba ya la so nye me ni nye yo la nye ga ya nyetwi ehye nye no next year numu egbe nwo wala ale we wala no next year wo ba we are speaking it into being next year wo ba call another school ye la bona again no work ke library ni wo ba uplift allo classroom ko ni wo ba retool wo ba refit what retool whatever you want to call it refurbish whatever it is wo ba fail na kan no get what fail ojugba. So we are going to just focus on education because that is very, very important. So about schools, that's what we're going to be doing. Schools, making, creating a very conducive environment for education, for learning. You understand what I'm saying? This is indeed a place in Kabwake, report conference in Kente, Nachicha ma classroom and Tashidi get out ye why maybe Ghana Begebi, Banana classroom. Na make kase ni yeni. Classroom and Jamie, go bottom in body and chair. It's so welcoming, so comforting. You understand what I'm saying? But we will get there. I know with your help. About try one. Okay, watch again. So thank you so much. Ofine bomodeni oko donation about ke oko no back way. I'll see you ye be wo can you mo fe wo dromo nye fenye you wala don nye ke nye mo jono. Bye bye.
Bye.